Also,
I
Pending did not mention the part where we're getting attacked.
Oh yeah, that's right. This chapter's entitled like Saber versus Caster, so I wonder what's about to happen.
Oh man, I can't imagine what's about to happen.
Yeah.
All right, so
you ready, Caster?
Plompers is Caster. I think I'm Caster's master, but I don't know who that is.
I guess I'll get this fortune cookie out of the way now, since we're
yes, and make sure you read the numbers clearly. And I bet, and next time you edit the video, I expect you to do the same thing you did this time and write down the numbers.
I did it last time too.
I didn't see it the previous time, so I'm only assuming you did it once because
I did
that's all I saw.
So, are you ready for these numbers?
Sure.
I am.
There's no numbers on this one.
What?
There's
The lies!
There's no numbers on it. I can take a picture of it if you want me to.
No, I mean, I had a fortune cookie that didn't have numbers. It's apparently a thing, depending on what company it is.
But
I'm assuming it's the King Cookie Company.
But instead, I'll let Pending say 6 random numbers.
There you
Okay.
go.
5.
Make them 0 or 1 to 2 digits, not anything longer than that, because that's what they are on fortune cookies.
Right. 5, 12, 14, 22. What was that? 4 numbers so far?
Yep.
31, 42.
There you
All
go.
right. We did it. We have our numbers.
If those are the winning lotto numbers this week, someone
You
owes
have
me
to
money.
share it with Pending.
Well,
Yeah.
apparently they're supposed to be the winning lotto numbers for Final Fantasy 14.
Oh,
You
okay.
can use them for whatever you want, you know?
Yeah.
Well, that's
No, I'm sure they'll win in all scenarios.
See, day 13, Night using the Holy Grail. Saber V versus Caster.
I wonder who we're fighting, who just a surprise attacked us.
Dude,
Can't
I don't
imagine.
know. Could be anybody. Could be Lancer. Yeah, we
Could
haven't
be.
seen.
It could be
him.
Assassin, you know?
Oh yeah, that reminds me. I had like a shiver run down my spine the other day as it occurred to me, oh god. Lancer might be the final boss of this game. We're running out of threats.
Well, you know, of the first route, right? Of the first route.
Yeah. No, I guess we could have a better boss for the other routes. But man, I'm really rooting that it's not Lancer as the final boss.
Well, they're putting him in Honkai Star Rail.
Yeah. Well, not as a rollable character, but they made a model for him.
Okay. So he's like a NPC.
He's an NPC. Yeah, I don't know if this is spoilers or not.
For what? Honkai?
Yes. Do you guys care if I give a mild potential Honkai Star Rail spoiler?
I mean,
I don't care.
But
Jess?
Chad, if
Jess,
you
I
care,
probably
know about it. I probably
Chad,
know
if
about
you
it.
care, just skip
Okay.
past something. I don't know how long.
I heard, I don't know if this was actually confirmed or if this is something I just heard, and I don't know if this is true or if this is a leak. I heard that Boot Hill is Lancer's master for the fake collab.
Oh, that'd be funny.
I think that's I think based on the trailer, people are making that speculation.
Oh, that's where it's from? Okay.
Yeah, it's from the 3.4 trailer where they fight. They kind of fight against a horde back to back. So it was interesting.
I don't
Does
know.
the personality of the hero change? Well, I guess they wouldn't for this collab, right? Depending on
No,
the
it wouldn't for this collab. If for no other reason than it's just a collab. So you know.
I feel like
I think the personality changes more depending on what class they're in. I mean, obviously.
yeah, it's Lancer's probably still Lancer potentially.
Yeah.
Imagine if you summon Lancer as a caster. Couldn't be Jess.
That would be
Lancer
fucking
looks different,
funny.
That couldn't be Jess. Jess can't imagine Lancer being summoned as a caster.
Is that a thing that could actually happen in FGO?
He knows moon runes.
It's one of the first things that happens. It's like in the prologue of FGO, because the prologue of FGO is like a really screwed up version of Fate Stay Night.
Oh.
And Lancer
He
gets
somehow knows moon runes.
Yeah, Lancer's summoned as a caster, and he's just like, man, why did I get summoned as a caster? This is
That's
stupid.
awesome.
I mean, it is accurate. That'd be pretty stupid since his lore has nothing to do with magic.
That's untrue. He knows a bunch of runes, but
I
he'd
know
rather
rune
stab.
magic.
I'm
But
wondering.
but the Celts didn't do runes. That was the
He knew a bunch of
Vikings.
runes.
He
Anyway,
learned it from his master.
a hawk.
I'm wondering if in Honkai Star Rail we're pulling Saber or Archer because, like,
I can tell
I
you.
feel like
So I can tell you the real reason why. I don't know what lore reason they're gonna do in Honkai Star Rail, but for the actual collab itself, it's because those are the main two servants of Unlimited Blade Works.
oh yeah, no, that makes sense. But like I would think that probably Saber is going to be like the one that gets paired up with the MC.
Yeah,
My only-
most people are speculating that.
The only thing that gives me pause is that Archer is the one
You
we're
get
getting for free. Yeah, but that's probably like a marketing thing, right? Just because like they're gonna give one for free for promotional reasons, but they're not gonna give us a free Saber because they know that's the one people want to pull on. So it makes them more money if they give a free Archer.
Don't worry, pending when Fate Extra comes out, the remake version of Fate Extra, we will not choose Archer.
I don't know what Pay Extra is.
It's just it's a completely different storyline. It has nothing new. Well, it's another Fate series, but you get to choose between 3 servants, and one of them is Archer.
Who are the other two?
Red Saber, just his favorite servant of all time. He has a figure of her.
Oh, okay.
And a caster. He's a fox.
Is Red Saber also Archer? Sorry,
No.
is Red Saber? I worded that wrong. Is Red Saber also King Arthur?
No.
But Red Saber looks like King Arthur.
But she's very different in personality and everything.
Oh,
lots
for
of ways.
sure.
She's
I
a
don't know
very
much
different
about
character.
Red Saber, but I do know that their personalities are very different.
All right. 3, 2, 1. Ugh. The sound of heavy bells ring out in the house. And the house suddenly goes dark.
Wait, Red, didn't you say earlier that Red Saber is the one that sings the Pataru song?
Yes.
Yes.
Red Saber is the one that does patterns.
Oh, then I'm a fan.
I am too, pending.
Again, he does have a
I'm on
figure
the
of her.
screen shit.
The air changes
Is it
immediately.
in the Pataru thing? Is it in the Pataru costume?
No.
It's a normal outfit.
The lights go out, but Saber, Tosaka, and I don't say a word. We try to gauge our situation and our other senses. The loud ringing stops, and the living room goes silent. And yet, a soft rustling sound ripples through the house. That's JayKingPlays.
That's what I figured. Is that alarm this house's bounded field?
I nod in silence. It's the same sound as when a lancer broke in. Then that can only mean.
Oh man, I want to add real quick. As read Gus for the second time, I would be so happy. I cannot express how happy I would be if the student council president turns out to be Caster's bastard. We haven't seen him forever, and I want this.
The sounds are getting closer, louder. Something is sliding against or across something else. It sounds like a swarm of bugs rushing toward the light. The only place that sound doesn't seem to be coming from is the living room. It's not even been a minute since the lights went out, and we're surrounded on all sides by that sound. Who says that? An enemy, but it didn't seem like a servant. There's just too many of them. Whatever people might say, I do have some knowledge on mages and magecraft. Even I can sense there's a lot of magical energies coming from a ton of people or things surrounding the house. 20 at least. But they also seem weirdly light. I don't sense any human will or intellect. The flapping sounds seem to be coming from an enemy's puppets.
Oh man, a zombie apocalypse?
Ken?
They've been.
I don't know.
Ilya?
You're,
Ilya, I think you're underwater. I couldn't hear what you just said.
you're
Can you
coming
hear
in
me
off-
now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yes.
Alright. Oh, so they did come. They've been running away from me this entire time, but now the Berserker's gone, here they are again. What a shrewd servant.
Oh. Ilya speaks up amid the flapping sounds. She, unlike the three of us, is strangely calm. Do you know what this is, Ilya?
Of course I do. I know all the servants. Castor is out there, and she's brought quite an entourage with her. They look like cheap golems made of dragon teeth. Yeah,
Ilya-
just dragon teeth.
just casual dragon teeth. Ilya is so casual about this. And just then, the sound stops. ... I grabbed the wooden sword in the living room. Saber and Tosaka seem to be waiting for me to make a move. I save my game!
Oh, okay. I have to make a choice. Okay.
Already. You're thrown immediately into making a choice.
Oh, I don't
Yeah.
know. Yesterday was definitely the most immediate.
Either I'll leave Caster to Saber and protect the two here. Saber and I will both head out.
Now, you don't have any kind of hints now because Saber
Excuse
didn't
me.
say anything.
Yeah, exactly. If only Saber expressed an opinion, I could know to do the opposite. I mean, I can only assume that Saber would tell me to stay where I am. However, like leaving Ilya and Rin, both of whom no longer have a servant, seems risky. I'm gonna leave Castor to Saber.
This is gonna be good.
This fe-
We're gonna
this
have a
feels
stream
like-
today.
Oh, okay. I'm guessing I immediately made the wrong call.
It's
Keep
too
going.
late now.
You keep saying. You can keep your thought out.
Oh, okay.
You're not gonna finish your thought?
No, I said I'm assuming I immediately made the wrong call.
Saber can take care of Castor. There's no servant left that Saber can defeat, and Saber should be good against Castor. Her strong
Oh,
magic
that's
resistance
like-
should make her a good choice against Castor, who is a mage.
You know what I was thinking about?
Yes.
I was thinking about that one time we died because we listened to Saber and we attacked that castle and Castor placed a trap and separated us from Saber before killing us.
Oh yeah, I might have done that again.
Saber, can you go?
He's
Oh, God,
expressing
Saber.
an interest in going alone.
Oh god, this is the worst possible outcome. Saber agrees.
You're
Saber's
screwed,
always
Penny.
wrong. You picked the wrong
You're
choice.
screwed.
I absolutely picked the wrong choice. Yep, I see that now.
Yes, I should go alone if we only face Castor.
Unfortunately,
the
it was
right
told
choice.
afterwards.
Yeah,
Okay.
Saber, why couldn't you express this opinion before the choice?
We'll try to hold down the fort. You just need to focus on defeating Castor. A strange sound reaches me as I finish speaking. Is it the sound of Saber tearing through Castor's familiar now that she's jumped into the hall?
What a funny thought.
Is this a funny thought, Jay?
Oh, am I reading? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought we were following Saber. I'm hearing more of them now. 20, 30, 40. They may be weak, but there's too many of them. Oh, yeah.
Hey, Ilya says a lot.
Oh yeah, she says a lot.
Yeah.
Shouldn't be a problem. Dragon 2 warriors are imitations. They don't stand a chance against Saber. She's the incarnation of a dragon. Even 100 of them wouldn't be a match for her. I think.
The sounds retreat into the distance. The horde I felt surrounding the house is gone. I assume Saber defeated them all. ... Like Ilya said, Castor's familiars can't stop Saber. They must not have made it in here because they couldn't get past Saber.
As expected, Saber found Caster. Caster's trying to recall all her familiars, but this looks like the end for her.
If Ilia's right.
This is Ilya doing a football
Football.
cast of what's going on outside.
If Ilia's right, the battle should be over soon.
He's
Saber
the
won't,
true caster.
Saber won't lose in single combat. She shouldn't have any trouble cutting Caster down since she doesn't have to worry about protecting us. Oh, why so glum? You look troubled even though we're saying the fight is just about over. Oh, I guess Tusaka said that one.
Oh.
But I'll say
Why
this one
so
too.
glum? You looked troubled even though we're saying the fight's just about over.
I could say the same, Tosaka. Why does it look like something's bothering you?
In fact, I did.
Give me a second. Hiccups.
That's a hiccup, all right.
Yep.
Yeah. It's just it seems like things are going too well. Caster knows Saber is way more powerful, so why just launch herself at us like this?
I want that
Dot-a-dot.
hiccup in between those two sentences to be canon.
She's right. Caster came here willingly. If she knows that there's a master here, she should already know which servant is here too. Though she knows that Saber is here and that Saber isn't a bad matchup for her. If she knew that and still attacked, that means... I don't hear anything. Ilya, do you sense Caster's presence?
It's gone. The familiars are still around, but the only servant left is Saber.
Or is it?
Okay.
There are still familiars left?
This was a trap.
Look, Shiro, your arm!
Huh? I looked down at my left arm.
Wait, what?
I don't understand what happened. My command spells, proof of my contract with Saber, are gone.
Bye, Saber. Shiro, did you use a command spell?
No, I didn't. What's going on? Saber should have defeated Caster easily. So then why did my command spells disappear? No, my command spells disappearing doesn't mean my contract is severed. I shouldn't be panicking. Command spells are there to control a servant who may act against their master's order. I haven't needed to use them for Saber. So even if I lose the command spell, Saber and I should still be able to get along fine.
Saber's back. She'll be here soon.
What are those two doing? Saber's just coming back, so why do they seem so worried? The door opens. Saber comes in. Making grunting sounds. Saber's gripping her chest. She seems to be in pain. Saber! I rush over to her.
No, wait, Shiro!
I don't hear Tosaka's warning. All I can see is that Saber is injured. Are you okay, Saber? Where did you... I guess this one might be Saber.
No. Run, Shiro.
Saber! I guess that might be Rin. Who knows who's saying that?
What? No! Run, Shiro! Saber!
No.
Stop! Something!
In a single stroke, my body's cut in half from the shoulder to the waist. So quick is the slash, for a moment I don't even feel pain. My mysterious healing abilities don't seem to work against the attack from Saber's sword. Saber... The world starts to go dark. As I die, more than my fear of death, I find myself wondering why Saber attacked me.
I don't think there is no wonder. It just happened.
Dead end. Wow, that was quick.
Yeah, I guess Caster stole Saber?
Mind controlled them, maybe?
Maybe.
Oh, Saber! Good evening, everyone! This is Tiger Dojo, the Q&A spot that helps Shiro when he does some easily avoided mistakes.
I'm sorry!
So the cause of death this time around was... The moral of of the story is that you shouldn't ever let your guard down, no matter how much you seem to have the upper hand. Shiro's a master, so he needs to control Saber whenever she rushes out so recklessly. Bleh.
No, you got it wrong. Saber's at fault this time, right? She's the one who fell into Caster's trap. Obviously, that means she's losing focus. I bet she was self-conscious around Shiro and just tried to show off. But she ended up killing Shiro. Honestly, how the mighty Saber class has fallen.
Dot.
Panic!
Besides, she may be the strongest, but she hasn't really got much in the way of wins under her belt. She's small and she lacks charm. She's just a gluttonous muscle brain.
Okay, you can stop now, Elia.
No!
Saber feels bad over the whole thing, too. Rubbing salt in someone's wounds isn't very samurai.
Bitch, who said I was a samurai?
You're in my dojo, you are now!
I see. So, Bishodo, the way of a samurai, it's all about the lack of opulence, with no love, only sympathy. Fine, I'll let this go. She still sucks, though. The fact of the matter is that Saber needs to be reined in. If you don't, you'll get more of these dead ends. And not by my hand.
Sorry to put in!
My mentor wasn't the corporal punishment.
I told you already. None of that talk. No spoilers, and don't tick Saber off. She's really scary if she gets mad. Just the other day, someone had a near-death experience because they made Saber mad.
Oh my god.
Man, sounds like someone who didn't
I
give her
can't
lunch.
believe that they're referencing that we actually went through that.
I can't believe they're referencing that either, actually. That's hilarious.
That's
Yeah, what happened to
That's
that
funny.
recap, actually?
It's not even a real ending.
yeah.
Oh, you mean that thing that happened on day 13? That was really fun. Huh? Taiga? Did you just hear a growling sound?
I don't think I... Ah! Rival appears!
Yeah! What the heck? A weird thing is riding another weird thing, and it's coming right at us! Oh, shit! Oh, fuck.
What?
Are they
Time for that.
Oh my god! They died!
They got run over.
They didn't get run over, they got eaten by a lion!
I think Pending, what's your choice this time?
I love how
Well-
it's like a merry-go-lion too. It had like the little
It
bar
really
for
is.
safety so you could hold on to it and everything.
So that dead end resulted in a dead end. It was okay.
Yeah,
so
that's
anyway,
usually how that works.
Saber and I. Well, usually the dead end people don't also die.
What? No. A dead end is a dead end. A bad end is a bad end.
I don't know. I mean, I feel
A bad
like
end
this
is
is
when
the
Shiro
first-
doesn't die. A dead end is when Shiro does die.
I
Yeah,
feel like
but
this is the first time that Taiga and Ilya got killed, though.
Yes.
Yeah, that's definitely the first time Taiga and Ilya died.
Yeah, that's what I mean by a double dead end. Like, even in the dead end itself, there was an additional dead end.
it's clear who the enemy is. If Caster is attacking with an entire army, there's only one thing for us to do. Us staying here won't do anything, Saber. Do anything. Saber, come with me. Tosaka, you take Ilya.
What? Why? I don't want to babysit Rin.
That's my line! And I thought you said you were going to listen to Shiro. He's telling you to stay back, so no arguing.
I don't care. I'm more useful than Saber.
Just like in the dead end.
Tosaka grabs Ilya from behind in a full Nelson and covers her mouth.
Go ahead, Ilya.
Ilya, her voice muffled, continues shouting insults and expletives.
I can't wait to hear that she's saying fuck or something.
Got it. I'll protect Ilya. I'm counting on you to defeat Caster.
Thanks, but try not to overdo it.
Oh, that's you.
You're better off running than fighting if it comes to it. Tosaka nods, as she doesn't have to be reminded. I turn back to Tosaka and head toward the veranda.
Is that me saying that?
You're still on the screen.
Saber?
Yes, I know. I will take care of Shiro.
Ah, that is Saber. Okay.
Saber follows after me, nodding to Tosaka.
Oh, they're creepy.
In that instant, I doubt my own
They're
eyes.
dragon skeletons, you know? They said dragon teeth skeletons. They got dragon
Okay,
teeth. and
when
they're
they
skeletons.
say golems based off of dragon tooth, this is not what I was expecting. I'm imagining a big earth and clay doll with like a dragon tooth necklace or something like that.
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, I bet you're very used to seeing these particular sprites. Maybe you want to go get the food.
I'm assuming they're the default enemy for FGO.
Oh, they are a very reoccurring enemy in FGO. I doubt my own eyes. I say again. A sword swings down at me. I stand stunned as the blade descends toward my head. Eck! I twist away and parry with my wooden sword. Even I don't believe it. My body just reacted the instant I knew I was in mortal peril. The enemy attacks again without missing a beat. A smooth mechanical movement. A fluid, accurate attack. A beep, as they say. But that's it. It's accurate, but not sophisticated, and it lacks the brutality of a killing strike. It seems pathetic next to the strength of Saber strikes, like it's barely moving in comparison to Berserker's incredible speed. I only really compare to those two, sure. ... Back against the wall, I parry again. As I step back against the wall, Saber strikes like lightning.
Shiro, are you alright?
See for yourself, I got a little spooked, but I manage.
That will not do. At times like this, you must stand behind me. Please be more careful.
Saber, why did you use two quotation marks at the beginning? Saber scolds me for my carelessness. She's right, but I didn't want to just stay behind her.
Don't say anything.
Shiro, are you listening?
I am. So Saber, what was that thing? The hallway is empty. Whatever hideous thing Saber saved me from was completely annihilated by her attack.
Didn't we already say
It's
what
exactly as Ellisville said. It was a soldier made by using a monster's body as the catalyst. Seems more like a golem than an automaton, but seemed to be of low quality. I will have no trouble defeating them, even if we are surrounded.
Gah! I don't know where they were hiding. How the hell did they manage to sneak in? These crudely assembled things got all around us, closing in like spiders. But they're not the only presence I sense. Countless others surrounded the house, many times more than I see here.
Shiro, next to you!
Hung! I leap away from the wall.
was?
Why you? I strike at the bones with my wooden sword. Saber sweeps away the bones crawling toward my exposed back. The bones move jerkily towards us, attacking with the same unnatural movements. It's not hard to fight them off, but we're destroying more and more of the house with every strike. And I only have a wooden sword. Even if I use strengthening on it, it won't last long. As much as I hope I'm wrong, it seems like the bones heading for us are endless. I really hope this isn't going to go on until both of us collapse from exhaustion. Damn, where are these things coming from? I can't help but complain as I fight back to back with Saber. There aren't that many bones coming at me. Some seem to be coming from inside the house, but most seem to be coming from the yard. Saber is slashing away at the bones coming from the yard. It looks like they're heading toward the living room. Tosak and Ilya are in there, and Saber has her hands full dealing with the bones heading that way. ... Saber readies her sword. There may be no need to hide it now. Her golden sword is ready to demonstrate its true power. Wait, Saber, don't use Excalibur right now. I don't care if you destroy the house. Okay, I might care a little. But we're in a residential area. You know what happens if you use it here. I shout to Saber as I bat away the bone striking at me.
I mean, we did say that Saber needed to kill some humans to get some spirit energy, right?
I don't think that's gonna happen.
I will obey your order, but dealing with so many enemies at once is not ideal. We could find ourselves in trouble if we don't sweep them all aside in a single blow.
Damn, Jess. She's trying to NP loop like it's FGO by just killing all the enemies. I get it, but it's a bad idea. I know, these things are like familiars, right? Then if we defeat the one controlling them, that should wipe out the whole army. Saber, can you find Caster?
There's no need. Castor is in the yard. She's not concealing herself, which tells me she hopes to lure us to her.
Fine, let's give her what she wants. We aren't going to last like this. Yes, you weren't here at the time, but I do want you to know that she was trying to NP loop the dudes in the house. With Excalibur, yes. I mean, it works in FGO. Why can't it work in the actual game? Because we'll destroy everything? You're right.
No, because once she uses it, she'll disappear.
Oh, that's also probably true. Maybe. Just brought food, by the way.
Oh, what did you guys end up getting?
Well, there's another fortune cookie.
Oh, does this one have numbers?
I'm not gonna eat it right now, Jay. By the way, this is Kyrie.
Oh, sorry. I do not mind, but are you saying we are going to attack Castor there? ...
The yard is just ahead. If Castor's just out there, she shouldn't be too difficult to reach. But if we do that, we won't be defending the house. Saber's fighting the bones off now, but as soon as she's outside, the wall holding them back will be gone. I should.
Same.
Good choice.
All right, let me think about this.
Alright.
Okay, I'm not leaving Caster to Saber.
Are you sure?
That has never worked.
You're closer this time.
I am closer this time, but I feel like that's death. I'm almost tempted just because I feel like the Taiga Dojo is going to be so mad at me if I say that after flubbing this the previous time.
I mean, it might be funny to have the Taiga Dojo yell at you again.
All right, sure. Let's leave it to Saber.
Oh man. I feel bad about relying only on Saber, but I have no choice. We may have come out together, but I'm just slowing her down. Saber should have no trouble getting past those bone things and reaching Caster alone.
God,
Saber,
I hope they remember that I
can you
failed
do
the last time too.
I mean, they found out that we did a fake death, so I have to assume that they'll remember.
Well, I don't think they knew.
So.
I think it was just, you know.
A time
Well,
thing, I know.
the game is capable of remembering past choices, I assume. I mean, there's no reason why it wouldn't be.
Not having the budget would be the only way.
It's, no, I mean, yeah, like, the game itself would be able to track it, but whether or not they can add in the extra dialogue is questionable, assuming that this is fully voiced. So, yeah, it might be a budgetary thing if they didn't.
Alright. Well, yes, please return to Rin. You should be able to hold the enemy off for a few moments with Rin and Illisville's help.
Got it. We'll be waiting in the living room.
I'll be back soon.
If it's the same thing again, I want you to fast forward through it, Fred.
It may not be my place to say so, since I just tried to use my noble phantasm, but this is your home, Shiro.
At least she knows.
I'll not allow anyone to further damage it.
Except for me.
Saber launches herself into the yard. She chops effortlessly through the army of bones. Okay, I'll hurry back to the living room. If I stay here, I might end up surrounded by those bone creatures, and Saber might worry.
Oh, is it me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Shiro, what happened? Did something happen to Saber?
No, you got it wrong. Caster's familiars. There's just too many of those bone dolls. They'll overwhelm us eventually, so Saber wants to defeat Caster since there's the source of all of this. I just slow her down, so I'm staying here to wait with you guys until Saber's done.
I see. Yeah, that's way too many of those things. There's way too many of those things. Ilya says we shouldn't worry, but even Saber has her limits, so she decided to take out the source before she gets tired.
Looks like it. The Dragon Tooth soldiers are heading back out to the yard. It looks like Caster's getting desperate. Saber has her cornered. But this is it. There's no way Caster can win against Saber.
Surely not a second time.
You're right. I don't hear anything outside anymore. I don't sense any enemies anymore. As long as we don't go outside, those bones won't attack us. If Ilya's right, the battle should be over soon. Saber won't lose in single combat. She shouldn't have any trouble cutting Caster down since she doesn't have to worry about protecting us.
Oh, we've been here before. I feel like we've been here before.
Oh, this part we have this, and we repeat. Click, 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 click.
I wonder...
I don't think you can.
There's definitely a button
It's
for
considered a new ending, probably.
Huh? Oh, autosave.
I can't
It autosaved.
believe you did that.
I was pressing buttons, okay?
I can't believe you did that. After muting pending last stream, you do this shit?
What?
Wait, you muted me?
What are you talking
Wait,
about?
How long was I muted last stream?
Don't listen to her. She's crazy.
What?
Watch the video to find out.
I was muted?
Don't listen to her. She's crazy.
Chat, why did you guys say anything?
Well,
What?
because they didn't
Why
hear
are
it or
we
see it.
going through
Pending.
the
I
lost
saw it.
round?
That's why I was like, Red, I can't believe. Remember when you were like, what did Red do? And I was like, don't worry about
listen
it.
to her.
Pending.
She's crazy.
Oh.
Jay's insane. She's a nutso crazo person. Who would listen to someone named J King Writes? She probably writes lies. No, this looks the
I
same.
mean, I do
Yep.
write fantasy. It is the same. Damn, that's a shame.
I mean, I can just load.
So I walked away.
Yeah, because they don't
for
hear the
literally a
noise
minute.
of the. They don't hear the noise of the Discord getting muted.
but the video did because I added it in.
Oh, I know. That's why I
Uh,
said pending. Just watch the video. I promise he'll tell you when that happened.
It's okay, John. I understand. I
cause
believe in
understand.
Tosaka.
you believe in Tosaka? Sure.
Yeah.
Ugh. I hear glass shattering. I heard a sound of intense fighting from the living room.
Shiro, your orders, please. There's no time to be indecisive.
I know. My delaying is
Are we
making the
really
situation
being
worse.
indecisive, or is it just watching, or was it just listening to us figure out which?
We're going after Caster. I already said Tosaka should take care of Ilya.
Then let us go, Master. I'll entrust my back to you.
Saber hurries down the hall, mowing down bones as she goes. The bone soldiers disappear before getting anywhere near Saber. They're like vanishing snowflakes. Saber scatters them in so many of her path. It looks like a snowstorm. Huh. She said to trust her back to me, but it's pretty clearly doesn't need me to protect her. I'm once again reminded of how skilled of a swordsman Saber is. Saber charges through them, unwavering. She cuts her way straight through the source of the bones. Her only goal now is to defeat the yet unseen sixth servant that has invaded the house. Saber stops. The soldiers, which had been coming at us in droves, are suddenly gone. This must be our destination. A distorted human figure looms ahead of us. It wears a robe of some kind, but the robe itself is so dark it looks more like a hole in the night. A dark shadow. As soon as I lay eyes on the figure, I'm struck by an indescribable sense of anxiety.
Oh, is that me?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh shit. Am I supposed to like speak in a deeper tone for her? I feel like I feel
You
like I
spoke
should
in
be...
a slightly deeper voice for her last time. You did her 10,000 years ago.
I don't remember. Okay. Hello, 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 hello. Okay. Are you Saber? Ah, yes. You certainly would be capable of defending defeating Berserker. My soldiers, then, would be no deterrent to you.
The figure chuckles. It seems the dark figure is the master of the bone creatures, Caster. But there's no master. There's no sign of a master nearby. Maybe she's the same as Lancer, able to move even far from her master.
Oh, but I want to voice someone.
There. That's Saber.
You. Has your contract been terminated?
Saber challenges her directly with the question.
Yes, that man was unfit to be my master. So I rid myself of him. He is no
Just like Saber did the first
He is
time
no
we tried
more.
to get rid of him.
But
Exactly.
Get
Red,
rid of her.
you put
I
him on the
can't-
cast list.
I can't see the expression on the robe servant's face, but I can hear the terrible coldness in Caster's voice.
Oh,
Oh.
He's long dead. But that's not a problem for me, Saber. Oh, Saber had to.
Saber did have a line, that's true.
Master killer. So your master.
Oh, weird how they said that out of order.
Oh,
And then she kept talking, in between.
yeah, then she got caught. We are soul eaters. We're surrounded on all sides by sources of magical energy. All that remains is, simply obtaining the Holy Grail. Then there is nothing else to worry about.
So you wish to live in this world too? I don't know what heroic spirit you are, but have you abandoned what pride you had for this?
Goodness. And would you not say letting yourself be used as a tool for humans is casting your pride aside? I could never endure that, both then and now. I grew tired of working for another's benefit. I prefer to be the one pulling the strings. You have no right to criticize.
I figured as much, but your misdeeds do not concern me.
Saber tilts her body just slightly. She's only about 10 meters from Caster. Saber should be able to close that distance and bring Caster down in a heartbeat.
How nasty of you. I came here simply to talk, but you will not hear me. I will have you know I've been gentle here.
There's nothing for us to discuss. You will die here.
Saber is intent only on killing. I'm not about to oppose her in this case. All I smell from Caster is blood. She must be telling the truth about murdering her master. Her raid tonight was clearly intended to kill everyone in the house. So there's no reason for me to stop Saber. Besides, Caster isn't even a threat to Saber. Even if I can see Caster's abilities, she is the weakest when it comes to one-on-one combat. If Saber engages her, she can only lose. Don't do it, Saber. And even with all that in mind, I can't shake this sense of anxiety. It's not the same feeling of hopelessness and inevitable death I got whenever we were in Berserker's presence. Do I just have some sort of aversion to her? Or is this a warning of something dangerous? Forget about me.
Oh, no, I mean, you died to me last time, so...
last 2 times.
Yeah,
Somehow,
last 2 times.
my left hand is aching to warn me that Saber should stay away from that thing.
What? Call me a thing.
Gah. I hesitated too long. Saber launches herself at the dark shadow.
Oh, shit!
Wait, oh?
Caster smiles. She doesn't look at all disturbed as Saber rushes her. And then she says words.
Command time?
She mutters
Command
Atlas,
time?
apparently.
Atlas, I guess.
I can't understand what she says, but it sends something beyond words straight into our minds. I imagine that's the dog gif you sent me when you did that.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The word lurches and distorts. The air grows denser around Saber. What?
Oh shit.
I hear, even feel a tremendous impact. The ground flexes like something massive slammed into Saber from above. No way! She activated some kind of magecraft without moving a muscle? Actually, I think she murmured something like an incantation. Incantations can be shortened. The simpler the magecraft, the shorter the spell can be made.
He's been hanging around with Rin so much, he's got a Rin in his own brain.
But this isn't by any means simple magecraft. Not many mages can visualize such a thing in a single breath. Even if it were possible, they need to prepare a
Given that,
catalyst ahead of time, like Tosaka does.
Given that this is essentially like what Tosaka has implanted in his brain, should Jay be doing this exposition?
No, I have plenty of lines.
No. But Caster triggered the magecraft with a murmured word. I've never heard of anything like this. If that is Caster's magecraft, she is no mere mage. Saber! Saber hovers there, frozen. Her feet still kick in midair. She hangs suspended there. The air around here seems to have thickened into gelatin.
Into gelatin?
Gah! I say again for like, how many times pending? 5? 6?
The fifth, yeah.
Oh man.
I think it's like.
I can't get close. Some sort of invisible barrier holds me back. The murkiness seems to confine to Saber, but so long as her feet don't touch the ground, she can't move.
You underestimate me, Saber. I don't know how your mages fared in your life, but I lived during the Age of Gods. To these modern mages, what I do must seem like magic. Capital M magic.
Capital M magic indeed. A ridiculing laugh echoes out from the depths of the dark robe. Saber's still suspended, helpless in the air. So
she's probably like either of like Greek or Roman lore. Because she mentioned like the Age of Gods.
I feel like Saber is also from the Age of Gods, but
No,
what do I know?
she's not.
apparently.
Age of
No,
God- no.
she'd be later.
Age of Gods is way far back.
I see.
Speaking of
Oh.
Saber,
Is this really all you're capable of, Caster?
she dismisses this as if it were some dull trick.
Magic resistance? It repels even my magecraft.
Caster steps back. After casually nullifying Caster's magecraft, Saber surges towards her at lightning speed. ... But I...
Should save.
Is it choice time?
It's choice time, pending.
No, Saber. I mean, we've seen this play out twice.
You sure?
Yeah.
Pending, keep to yourself. Don't let them sway your vote. We like life.
Well, it's if I thought that this death was going to be different than the last two.
It's
Like
the
if I
exact
thought
same.
it was dojo. Yeah,
Worst
I think it's probably. Mhm.
Worst comes to worst, pending. If you don't choose it, we get to do it for the extra stream.
That's true. All right, let's just do no Saber.
Saber raises
already
her
died.
sword. She already closed in on Caster. No! Don't, Saber! I desperately sprint towards Saber, my heart racing. Gah!
For the sixth time.
Saber suddenly halts. I guess Saber good that time. Who knows? It's not clear whether Saber or whether Caster did anything. Saber tenses up after sensing something from Caster.
That is.
Saber twists away to dodge. However, bony arms burst from the ground to grab her legs.
I wasn't expecting you to have such foresight, but this ends here, Saber.
A sharp blade emerges from the folds of Caster's robe. It's an oddly shaped dagger. Thin and brittle, that blade isn't meant for killing. Saber regards it in disgust, and Caster strikes, clearly seeing her opportunity for victory. Being grabbed from the ground must have surprised Saber, as Saber is unable to dodge or deflect the falling dagger, and simply takes the blow, looking astonished. Why you? Oh.
You're truly in sync.
I hear Caster's voice from behind me somewhere. I can't see her expression. The only thing I can do is throw myself in front of Saber and take the blow in her place. Ah! It wasn't graceful. I didn't have the confidence to just step in and take the dagger into the chest. So instead, I try to shield Saber, hugging her to obscure Caster's target. And so Caster's dagger plunges into my back, tearing through my spine in a moment of unbelievable pain.
Wouldn't that make you paralyzed?
Good.
I stop myself from crying out in pain, and muster my strength to support Saber.
Hero?
I can't hear what she's saying, even as close as she is to my ear. Get back, Saber! Get behind me! Saber understands before I can gather my voice and tell her to jump. I go flying. Saber shakes off the bony hands gripping her legs and carries me with her.
Hero, your wound!
Saber's voice is urgent. She lays me gently on the ground, but the pain only grows worse. It feels like scissors tore open my back and someone poured lead down my spine. The pain is unreal.
Fortunately, I'm used to like hot rods in my back, so this isn't as bad as it could be.
Hero, stay calm. Shiro!
But I'm not exactly losing my mind over it. Hearing Saber practically shouting actually makes me calmer. Dummy, you don't have to shout. I can hear you. This is nothing.
Sure
it just
about
hurts. Forget about me. Take care of Caster. I point in Caster's direction, my head still down.
This is nothing. I do worse to myself every night.
Yes, I will settle things right away. Please hold on a little longer.
Saber turns toward Caster.
So that was your noble phantasm, was it not, Caster?
Saber's voice is harsh, angry. The black shadow clicks her tongue in irritation and then raises the strange dagger in her hand.
Yes. As you can see, it is unfit for killing anyone. But as you have sensed, it is my magical trump card, with limitless power for a single purpose. If you do not wish it to touch you, I advise coming near me, Saber. Oh, I against coming near me, Saber. Oops.
I advise coming near me. I advise it.
No, come over here.
Caster's talking bold, but she doesn't seem as composed as earlier. Even a powerful mage like Caster can't hurt Saber as long as she's only using magecraft. Whatever her noble phantasm might be, it can't hurt Saber, even if she surprises her with it. You should beat her, no problem. I get my orders through gritted teeth.
This time. Third time's the charm.
Oh, are you sure, Saber? You could certainly corner me, but who will protect him while you do? Shall I remind you that my magecraft is only ineffective against you? Can you imagine what I might do with my back up against the wall, and you not there to protect the boy?
The boy.
The boy.
Why you?
The boy.
Saber's voice rumbles from deep in her chest. The rattling of bones grows louder. I'm kneeling on the ground, and Saber holds her sword, defending me as the bones surround us. Damn it! I messed up. Even if I had managed to save Saber, there's no point with me being left so weak. I can't move properly, so I'm just slowing Saber down. Caster would be no threat to Saber alone, but with me to worry about...
You said you came to talk, Caster?
What? Saber?
Please be quiet, Master. This is the best choice right now.
Saber lowers her sword. I think I hear Caster's laugh amid the sound of rattling bones all around us.
Let us hear what you have to say, Caster. Depending on what conditions you offer, we might let you go.
Are you quite mad? Do you not understand your lives are in my hands? get too bold, and I just might crush you.
Do not misunderstand your position. You hold my master's life in your hands, not mine. Should you snuff out that life, I will not hesitate to attack. I'll use every ounce of my power and my sword to burn you to cinders, even if I disappear as I do so.
The air around us goes cold. Saber's words intimidate Caster. I can feel it.
Fine. I will not touch the boy. You are my target in any case. I suppose it wouldn't hurt to let just one master off.
What? I was your target all this time?
Indeed. I cannot simply ignore the heroic spirit who defeated Berserker. You and I, along with Lancer, are the only servants who remain. With you as an ally, Lancer would be no threat at all.
Wait, wasn't there another one? Assassin.
Only three
there was
remain?
also-
Does that mean
They're
Assassin
not
was
alive
defeated?
anymore. Yep.
Who knows? But he is gone now. So that must mean that he was defeated. A servant who can't even protect his own lord deserves no more than that.
Gah. Assassin was defeated? Does that mean the Master in Ryoto Temple is gone? I didn't fight them or even know who they were, but now there's one less master. So the only remaining servants are Saber, Caster, and Lancer, who hasn't shown up since the first night.
Oh, is that me? This conversation is over. What I want is your noble phantasm. If you do not wish your master to die, then kindly give me your sword.
There would be no point in doing so. Only I can wield this sword. If you are a heroic spirit, you should know very well that a noble phantasm can only be used by its owner.
Oh, yes, I suppose I will just have to take you as well then, Saber. No matter how skilled the knight, they can be persuaded once captured, and you are my type too. So, I look forward to teaching you manners.
Her voice drips with amusement. Gah. I feel myself on the verge of passing out, even as my anger boils over. I try to shove the pain aside and start to force myself to stand on numb legs. You piece of... I'm not going to let Saber get captured because of me. I decided I'm going to protect Saber, so I'm not letting a wound like this bring me down.
You have a severed spine, man.
It's fine. I grab my wooden sword and start slashing at the bones surrounding us.
About to capture these servants like Pokemon.
No, Shiro!
Saber's voice is brittle, tense.
The Holy Grail taught me of this one game. I think it was called Pocket Monster.
Well, if you want to kill yourself, I won't stop you.
Caster mocks me as I struggle. Bones crack and rattle, and as if to muffle those sounds,
Oh, shit.
I want those to be like Caster's canon last words.
the bones are swept aside in the blink of an eye by a sudden volley of arrows.
I hope you like my caster voice.
Oh,
Great.
Thank you.
I
Holy
like
shit,
it, yeah.
my voice.
we all
Oh,
stand
is it hurting
dumbfounded.
your voice?
Huh?
Is it hurting your throat?
Oh no, it doesn't hurt my. It's just it's been a while since I've spoken that deep for like that long. Holy shit! I'll take it though. It's
Yeah.
fun.
You
got water.
spoke about that deep about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, maybe.
No, yeah, it's okay. I got water. I was prepared.
Excellent.
Yeah.
The arrows that rained down on us disappear, as if they had been an illusion. But they weren't. The entire horde of bones is gone. Who's that? It's Caster.
Who's there?
Caster looks up. ... Saber must have noticed earlier. Well before Caster, she stares up toward the wall in disbelief.
You.
I'm
big
genuine.
ass
What?
shit.
Wait. Is that Lancer?
I don't understand what I'm seeing.
Where's that archer?
There's a golden figure standing with the moon behind them.
Or is this the mystery one that we keep being told about?
It's a man clad in golden armor,
And one.
looking down at the yard with a cruel smile.
Who's there?
Castor raises her voice, instinctively realizing that this is the one who annihilated her troops. ... He gives no answer. He's not even looking at Castor. His eyes are fixed on one person alone. Saber.
Answer. I'm asking who you are.
Castor's voice is heavy with emotion. The golden armored man finally looks at her. This is you, by the way, Pending. Gah!
Is it?
I guess Casper gasped there, but... Casper gasped at the man's red eyes bore into her. His gaze is impossibly cold. He doesn't even see Castor as human. I can tell, as far away as I am. I don't blame Castor for being intimidated, like some icy hand has a grip on her heart, since she looks straight into his eyes.
Why are you getting in my way?
Castor's voice trembles as she speaks. She must know she's doomed if she doesn't do something. But...
Fuck.
So, I assume this is my line.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let me ask you, do you want, like, the pending voice, or do you want, like, me to actually attempt a cool voice? I don't know if I can do a cool voice, but I can make an attempt.
Well, considering the line, I would like for it to be read as a cool voice.
Same.
All right. I don't know if I have a cool voice.
Go deep. Try
Be as
get
gruff
your
as
inner deep
possible.
voice and
Alright.
like kind of try to say it in your throat. That should help probably a little.
It's like when you
Okay.
talk in the morning when you just wake up.
Yeah, like that stuff.
All right, I'll give it a try. I'm not promising much.
No, that's fine. You're attempting. That's what's important.
Yeah, maybe I'll get better as it goes on.
Yeah.
I have no reason to address myself to a mongrel. Begone, clown. No, that's-
It's just slightly different from Archer. That's good.
His answer comes as a death sentence.
Oh, fuck.
I hear a loud snap. By the time I realize it's the sound of him clicking his fingers, the tragedy has begun.
I just would like to help everyone remember we met this character
In the
a
prologue.
long time ago. Was it in the prologue or
Yeah,
I thought we met them when they
no,
were talking to Sakura.
Yeah, that was in the prologue.
Later on.
It was
That was in the prologue?
Yeah, Rin saw
He was
him talking to
talking
Sakura.
he was talking to Sakura a long time ago.
Wait, does Sakura have a servant?
I don't
Myriad
know. We just
weapons.
know that they were talking to Sakura.
Myriad of weapons appear in the air, shooting towards Castor like bullets from a machine gun.
But, like... I don't...
Castor raises her arm. A conceptual shield envelops her. It forms a glassy film in front of Castor. It's likely every bit as durable as Berserker himself.
They could have put at least a random Greek letter. Yeah, whatever. I don't know.
But her efforts are...
That's too much.
That's
Still
too
going.
much.
Yeah,
I mean, I like that interpretation of how
I
it
do.
sound.
I do.
It's
Yeah.
a
It's
beautiful
wonderful.
interpretation.
but her,
Yeah.
her efforts are probably fruitless, as the barrier is merely glass.
Ah, shit.
Her crystalline barrier shatters under the deadly rain of so many weapons.
So
maybe-
it's canon now that every single time Castor's spell fails, it's just Castor cursing, right? That's what we're making
Yeah.
canon right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
She sounds utterly dumbfounded. With not a modicum of concern for Castor as she so pitifully tilts her head in wonder, the weapons tear through her dark robes. They are merciless. Spears tear through into her, sending fabric flying, only for yet more of them to plunge into her body.
Ooh, ugh.
Swords cut down her falling form, while arrows sail toward her arm as if they're about to hit the ground. An axe chops her off a head about to complain of the pain, and it all brings Castor into untold peaks of agony. She
You know,
can't
this is
possibly
really
survive.
You know, this is really excessive. Like, let's be real.
This is, like, extraordinarily brutal.
Castor, succumbing to an endless hell of so many different weapons, is no longer even recognizably human. The wind flows. Her tattered empty robes float away. The shredded pieces of it fly skyward in the evening breeze. The torn robe tries valiantly to hold its form. Maybe because it's the only thing remaining to remind us of Castor. I'm completely speechless. My frozen mind is fixed on the miserable remnants of the robe as they float away. And then...
You're next.
Insolent fool. I told her to be gone from my sight. The sensible thing to do would have been to graciously commit suicide before me.
The man in gold grunts contemptuously.
In a video game.
In a video game. What?
She should have killed herself in Minecraft.
I'm not hallucinating. The dark robes twist like a coil of a snake and then sprout wings to fly away.
Bitch didn't even use sharpness 5. Ugh.
But it's too late. I don't know what the man did. I only see a crack in the night sky itself. Like a wave breaking out of the sea, the fault line engulfs the fluttering robe. It's like a person being run over by a steamroller.
Who's
I'm pretty sure that's Castor.
Oh,
Somehow.
continue screaming. Even though your head's falling off, continue screaming.
I was like, okay.
The rope falls. Castor is beneath it, unscathed.
Okay.
But then...
Oh god, we're... Okay, I have a question.
Yeah?
I know you don't have an answer to this, but I have to voice this anyways. So, like, we know that the next route is called Unlimited Blade Works. I just kind of assumed that was speaking to Archer. Now I'm wondering if it's this guy.
You know, this is all very excessive. Like, I'm already dead.
Yeah, how many swords does
Isn't
it
it cool?
This
This guy's just raining a bunch of swords at Castor.
Honestly, I'd prefer it if you just tried to like beat me over and over again with like a blunt weapon. But like, hey,
A storm of magical swords rain down onto her.
One.
Her scream.
So funny.
Ooh, cookies.
Her scream splits the night. More swords fall upon her in response.
Nice.
scream grows louder.
Night swords.
You can really hear the pain in her voice.
Fine. I'll do this properly.
Okay.
Pull them out. It hurts. Pull them out. Please.
Castor must be able to heal herself like Saber. Even in all the swords impaling her, it's still not enough to kill her. But it's hard to watch. The torrent of swords do not stop. Each weapon is different. No two are alike.
I don't know, man. You keep watching, even though it said it's so hard to watch.
And as much as I don't want to admit it,
You know, Zero loves swords. That's why
Yeah,
he knows
no,
that each
he's-
weapons. That's why each weapon's
That
different.
is true.
He's
but
not
even-
you know, there's spears involved, apparently.
He's looking
Sword
at
or
each sword and
spear.
like, wow, that one's different than this sword. That one's
Yeah,
different than this sword.
He's not even paying attention to like Castor anymore. He's just admiring the swordsmanship. It's like,
You know-
wow, Saber, what do you think of that one over there? Like 13 to the left.
like, come on, y'all think I'm fucked up? Look at this bitch over here. Like, holy shit.
each of the weapons is a magical sword or spear, and they easily a match for a servant's noble phantasm. No way. I guess that's still Castor talking, probably.
Yep. Yeah, Castor, keep talking.
She can talk?
Apparently. You
Wow,
said
she
you
can-
were talking earlier. You didn't
I
say
was
please.
barely talking. This
Could
sounds
have
more
sworn
like
one of
something
those
that Shiro would
swords
say.
hit a lung or something.
No way, this is, oh, who cares? This is impossible, there can't be so many. An exhaustible supply of noble phantasms rain down onto Castor. Seeing the way she struggles under is just...
Oh, you know, and just in case you didn't think there was enough swords, they overlaid it and switched the image in an opposite direction of the effect of the swords falling down, in case it wasn't enough.
I did, I can take some bite of my food.
Going to die? Am I going to die from something so ridiculous as... How funny. This must be some joke. Okay, for the sake of my voice, I'm not doing that.
Understandable.
That was good enough. That laugh is good enough.
This dude.
There you go.
was.
Oh, I heard the servant disappearing sound. And that's the end of Castor. She disappears, along with the black mist that was hiding her. The infinite...
And you're watching Disney Channel.
And the infinite cycle of torture that seemed to drag on forever lasted, in actuality, about 10 seconds. During that time...
That took 10 seconds, you know?
Saber
Yeah,
stood,
it's only 10 seconds.
scowling at the Golden Knight.
You were talking the entire time for those 10 seconds, apparently.
A mere mage a mere mage even mentioning capturing what belongs to the King of Knights is a great sin. I am king, and she is mine. Any fool who meddles with a king's treasure is fit for nothing else but such a death. Now then, it has been a while, Saber. Do you remember the decision I made?
His tone turns amicable as he addresses Saber. At that dot.
I'm not capable of doing amicable on this one.
But Saber doesn't
You just
answer.
have to smile when you're talking, and that's close enough.
She only glares all the more intensely at him.
I'm still trying to figure out what I'm doing.
You're doing great. Your voice
Honestly,
is.
Saber.
You're doing a good job.
Thank you.
Honestly, Saber, you could have been like a girly, or you could have just gone like this dude. Like, come on now.
Is this the ghost
like this
talking?
dude.
I thought they're dead.
So far, I
Wait.
like this dude.
Oh,
Am
wow.
I still talking?
Yeah.
Is this still me?
It's still you.
Okay.
Keep talking, Penny.
I am apparently not a man of few words. Why
He sure
do you
isn't.
look at me like that? Have you not made your choice yet? It's been 10 years. That should have been enough time to decide. Ah. I suppose it
Someone
only
saying he's a man
has
of
been
3,000
10 years
lives.
for me. To you, it must have seemed like yesterday. What a foolish woman you are, making me wait so long.
He laughs heartily. My heart's pounding. Partly from the disaster I just witnessed. But beyond that, the way he's looking at Saber is making me nauseous.
Ah, some mongrels yet remain.
He glances toward the house, annoyed. I look and see Tosaka and Ilya on the veranda in front of the living room.
Oh, going between Castor and Ilya in a short amount of time? Oh, shit. Okay, sorry, go on. What is that?
Ilya looked at the man like she's just seen a ghost. She strains her eyes for a moment, then shakes her head in disbelief.
No way. Who are you?
Can't you tell, fool? I am one of the heroic spirits you know so well.
Bitch, who you calling a fool? You can't be.
That's right.
Ilya, as you know,
it
jumps
is
off the
I.
veranda.
Illy,
Barney the
the name keeps getting
dinosaur.
shorter every single time.
Ilya jumps off the veranda and
talks
glares at the
about
man. At the man as if in challenge.
Please. Brett, don't correct the text. It's obviously the
Illy.
new nickname's Illy.
Ilya.
I don't know. I don't know you. There shouldn't be a servant I don't know about.
What? Wait, Ilya! My words don't reach her. Ilya
she's
releases
activating her spells.
a mass of magical energy straight at the man. I hear it rushing through the air. He does nothing. A mirrored shield appears in front of him and reflects Ilya's attack back at her.
Oh, shit.
She's been so blind and desperate in her attack that now she has no time to react to it. Ilya can only stand there as her attack rebounds toward her.
Oh, shit.
So this guy's OP. Please nerf.
Oh, that hurt.
Tosaka steps in and saves her, blocking the attack.
I see. So we have an odd one this time around. I see. They've done a bit of creative thinking to avoid repeating their mistake from last time.
He looks down at Ilya, scrutinizing her. He looks at Ilya the same way he looked at Saber, coldly, as though appraising her prized possessions.
I don't like the way he looks at me. No. I hate you.
Ilya glares at the man while Tosaka tries to hold her back.
I could not possibly care less. Come now. Open yourself up. Quickly now. You are the 5th one, after all.
Bitch, I'll open you up like a goddamn cracked egg. Sorry.
He says it so simply. I'm not sure why that had any effect on her.
Fuck you. No. Sorry.
Ilya trembles violently and then slumps to the ground. That's it. Nothing else can happen. Tosaka and I can only look at the man. We completely understand. He's not looking at us. If either of us so much as speaks, we'll meet the same fate as Caster. ... But not Saber. Her silence as she stares up at the golden knight is entirely different than ours. That's Saber.
Why have you manifested, Archer?
Wait, what?
Saber tries to keep her voice under control. Tosaka
This
and I
is still Archer?
can only gasp in surprise.
I require no reason. The Holy Grail is mine. What reason could I need to collect what is mine?
Nonsense. You're not that kind of hero. Or rather...
Stop. Another word, and you'll be forced to fight, King of Knights.
Oh, is this Archer actually being in the cutscene? Or Pending using that voice for that
No.
character?
He's
Okay.
He's still using this guy.
Okay.
He's still
I just
using
wanted to
this
make
guy.
sure it was the correct voice, you know?
I don't know.
I don't know
who
what's
this
going
is.
on.
He's not doing the voice.
You
of
should
Archer.
know what's going on!
It's Archer. Okay, new theory. Okay. So I'm still saying Archer is Shiro Emiya, but somehow also Shiro Emiya got corrupted along the way. And then
Are you saying this guy is also Shiro Emiya?
I don't know, man. I'm grasping at straws right now.
Everything
There
comes
are
back to
three
Shiro.
Everybody is Shiro Emiya. Oh
is-
no!
You're
is-
Shiro
this is-
Emiya. You're
this
Shiro.
is-
Y'all gonna Shiro Emiya.
Okay. So Archer dies, but then he Neos and comes back to life as Super Saiyan Archer. He's Shiro Emiya, Archer, Neo, and Goku all in one. Oh wait.
Another word and you'll be forced to fight, King of Knights. I intended to do so, but I've lost interest. This place is too unsightly. It is not fit to celebrate our reunion.
Then, bitch, why are you here?
And with
I
that,
don't know.
the man in gold turns away. He turns his back to us as if to demonstrate that we are no threat.
Bitch,
We shall meet again, Saber. Now goodbye forever.
Oh wait.
You know, I like
the
that
guy
one.
implying that he's the Archer from the previous war?
Oh, maybe so. Yeah. Okay.
Sorry, I'm putting 2 and 2 together because I know who the character is, but I'm just a little confused. What's going on?
All I know is this guy. This is the 3rd character now that has a great love for swords. It's, we have Shiro, Archer, and then this guy. Is it just possible that every Archer uses swords?
I mean,
That
even
would be pretty
Caster just
funny.
used a dagger.
To be fair, this guy did use swords and spears.
That's true. It's real
I
diversity
feel like
right
this
now.
guy just used everything in the goddamn book.
Yeah.
No. He said specifically swords and spears and didn't say anything else about
I don't know.
arrows or daggers,
No,
just
there were arrows.
swords and spears. And we know that
There were
Hero
arrows.
India
There's
would have
arrows
been
and there's
obsessed about
axes.
that.
I heard
There
arrows.
was arrows.
I don't know if those were actual arrows, but he definitely read them as arrows.
Oh,
So,
he definitely read them as
I-
arrows.
I don't know if you guys remembered Naruto that much, but he has 10 powers.
Tenten should have been OP.
We are
Too bad she's not.
fighting dreamers. Yeah. It's too bad every single time I see someone doing that pick from a bag of all the Naruto characters, she's always the one thrown on the ground. Poor Tenten. In a different universe, they would apparently have been the king of kings or whatever.
Well, I think Saber's the king of kings, and then he's like,
The king-
I don't know.
Well,
Wait, oh, he's the king of kings, and then Saber's the king of knights. Wait, is he like?
No. Didn't he say he
No.
was the king of knights and the other one said
He's
he was
the king of knights.
He's the
yeah.
king of knights.
she's the king of knights. She is.
Yeah,
Oh,
Saber.
she's the king.
Yeah,
Wait,
but
when
he
he says
said-
They have way too many titles, man.
when he
Is he
says
the-
King of Knights, he's addressing Saber.
Is he the king
Okay.
of kings? Is that what he said he was? Wait,
He's the king of something.
He is the
He's
king
the
of
king of
something.
something.
He called himself a king. We don't know what he's the king
of
of.
being a little bit. That's
You still mad about how he hurt you in both forms?
well, I mean, he might also be Saber, or sorry, he might also be Sakura's servant. So you got that.
Oh God, am I gonna have to do a third voice today?
I don't know.
Fuck me.
Did he finish his line pending?
No, I haven't read this. We got on a tangent. My decision remains unchanged since our last meeting. Be prepared to make your choice by the next time we meet. Sorry, I have a real tough time finding the voice.
He disappears. The tension fades, and the yard returns to the usual tranquility. But it's the only thing that returns to how it was. The Emiya house is in shambles, and Ilya has fainted. And Saber, still with her back to us, remains silent.
Wait, the house is in
No,
shambles?
we
It
have a
doesn't
new
look like it.
servant.
New weapon
Well,
data added.
you know,
Oh
it's,
my
it's like how
god.
the bedroom is messy, apparently.
Wait, what? What weapon?
Oh, they really did put that weapon in there. Oh, they
No.
show you all the weapons that he used.
They just showed a bunch of the
That's
weapons
funny.
that he just shows a bunch of the
Of
weapons.
course, you know
Oh,
what? I told you, Shiro was only looking at all of the swords.
Yeah, you see, he looked at the swords and wrote it down in his mental
Oh wait,
dictionary.
so these are all. Wait, which weapons are the ones that he used?
Well,
It's all the spears and swords, essentially. That one,
The unnamed
Durandal.
axe.
Durandal, yeah,
I know
Durandal.
that.
Or is there something else?
Durandal.
Paladin from medieval Europe. A
Yeah, that
weapon
one's
of
from
Greek myth.
Charlemagne.
Yeah, that's from Roland.
It's similar to to
Yeah,
Caliber.
Charlemagne.
It's not Roman. What are you talking about?
Roland.
yeah, Roland.
Used to slay
Roland, yeah.
Gorgon and Medusa. So wait, this is also one that he used?
Yep.
Is
And
this
then
guy
he
like
also-
everything wrapped into one?
And then we have this one.
Wait, go back down. I want to read it. One of the core defiance of Iltra, the god of thunder in ancient Indian mythology. So he has he used a Greek weapon, an English weapon, and
A
an
boot,
Indian weapon.
yeah, a
Yeah.
Hindu weapon, yeah.
Hindu rip. Yeah.
And then there's of course Dainsleif.
From
From
Norse,
from
wait,
Genshin.
from
Of
Genshin.
course.
and then he also decided I like Genshin Impact, so like I'm just gonna pull out.
You know what? It wouldn't be that far off. I don't think far off from his character if he liked video games.
Wait, we used to
I
have
don't
him
know.
scorching halberd. Yeah.
I got into Honkai Star Rail recently. I like
Chinese spear.
A Chinese spear. Yeah.
User
From the
question mark.
song
I don't know
question
any
mark.
other
yeah.
person who's a Chinese spear.
So okay, so he's not bound to one specific region. Is I guess
yeah,
the point.
Probably. I mean, You'll find out eventually.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
Okay.
See, if I have a question to ask in DMs that I can't say out loud.
Is he like supposed to be the game master or something? But if he is, then why did he kill Caster? That seems rude.
I mean, I already stated I think he's someone from the last war, so I don't think he's the game master.
He wants the
Oh,
Holy
you know what?
Grail.
Go
He
on.
wants the Holy Grail, but he said that the Holy Grail belongs to him. So maybe he was the winner of the last war, and
Oh, wait,
this
wait.
is a
That doesn't make
byproduct of his win. Because if he won the last Holy Grail war, then he gets his wish, right?
Then why would he still be here if he gets his wish?
Kotomine said
I-
nobody won the last war.
Okay,
Yeah.
good. I'm
Oh.
glad to hear that, Red. I was worried about that. You know, I was like, with everything else that happened.
I set a futon out in the living room and lay the unconscious Ilya on it. She may have fainted, but her face is peaceful at least.
She vaguely continues to swear in her sleep.
Fucking little shit.
Oh, this
So
is me.
peaceful.
Hey,
Yes.
don't look away. The bandage will slide off.
I feel a hand slap my back. Ouch! Tosak, is there any way to treat the injured?
Bitch,
Oh,
I
come on.
fainted!
You only have a severed
Shut up!
spine.
I'm treating your wound, so hold still.
Yeah, I'm gonna be right back. I'm
There's
gonna
no
get some water.
There's no quotes on that. Come on, raise your right hand. I doubt you need it, but let me put some ointment on it.
Yeah! Gold!
If you can feel it, you're fine. Come on, let me wrap it.
She wraps
Severed spine.
She wraps the bandage around my right shoulder with surprising skill. Yeah, but he heals. He has a healing power of healing. He healed from Berserker gutting him, so what's a severed spine? It's past 10. After our battle with Caster, Tosaka began treating my wounds as soon as we got back into the living room. Well, she started, but most of my wounds had already healed, so now she's just fussing over me.
And we're done. Your body is nuts. Only vampires heal like you do.
Yo, Jess, vampire reference. Tsukihime reference.
Are you sure you're human? There's vampires in Tsukihime?
Tsukihime, the main heroine's a vampire.
I see.
I think she said something similar before. Hey, I'm just an ordinary human being. Even I don't know what's going on with my body. So don't bother asking.
Pitcher's finally empty. Don't mess with me. Who in the world could possibly be walking around after their spinal cord was severed?
Ah, listen.
Look, it's useful, so I won't question it too much, but it's also getting creepy. Don't tell me you can't die unless your head is chopped off. That's a very vampire thing to say.
The scary thing here is that Tosaka is serious. One of these days, she might actually try for my neck with an axe.
You think so too, right, Saber? I think you're the cause, but
I'm
still, he's damn near immortal.
Did we learn anything while I was gone?
We learned that he did sever his spinal cord, and he's perfectly fine.
Excellent.
Ren's kind of making a fuss about it.
In fact, he can still feel his face and everything because we put ointment on it. And he's like, "Oh, that's cold," like a bitch.
Better be glad that Ilya's asleep.
Saber.
Yeah, that's you, Saber.
Huh? Are you saying Shiro's healing power is not his own?
Of course not. Do you think someone who only knows strengthening magecraft could do something like that? This ridiculousness can only be a result of his connection with you. Your own healing power must be flowing into him.
Do you think so? I've never felt that kind of connection with him before. If you're correct, my magical energy should be flowing into Shiro as we speak. More importantly, my healing power is not as strong as Shiro.
Saber, what's wrong? You went
pale.
The dot. Saber stares off into the space, apparently not even hearing Tozaka.
No, it can't be.
Saber
It
shakes her
can't be
head
what?
and looks down. Tozaka and I exchanged looks. Saber's acting weird. Actually, I know why. Ever since that golden night
Really?
appeared, Saber's
Really?
been...
Can
Saber's
you
been pretty
deduce
down.
why she's acting weird?
Man, I can think of a million reasons why she's acting weird.
Well, is that the number of the swords that there were?
No, it's more than the number of swords, but well,
Damn.
let's put Kira's issue on hold for now. Saber, did you know that gold guy we met earlier? Goldie said something about you being his or something. Ugh, it was creepy.
Right?
Saber doesn't answer. She obviously doesn't want to talk about it. But I still want to know. Tozaka is asking the questions I want answers to.
Is that supposed to be me?
Yes.
Okay, Saber, if you know, then tell us. Who was that guy? You called him Archer.
Yes, I hate to admit it, but I know that man. It should be impossible, though. There should only be 7 servants, so it shouldn't be possible for him to have been summoned as well.
Servant. So he really is a servant.
That's pretty
I
obvious.
think.
That could be a real
My
problem for
bad.
us.
His class is Archer. He is, of course, a completely different heroic spirit than the Archer we formed a contract with, Rin. His abilities and temperament are different as well.
It can still be Shiro Emiya.
It could still be Shiromi, you're right.
I can tell. I only saw him briefly, but it was more than enough to get a sense of what a monster he was.
They're all Shiro Emiya.
Hold on a minute, that doesn't make sense. Oh, I hope we got everyone's figures out. If he's an archer and a servant, that makes 8. But only 7 servants can be summoned at a time. One disappearing doesn't mean another pops up to take the place. Besides, even the Holy Grail doesn't have the magical energy to summon more than 7. Dear Lord, trying to do exercising while reading these lines is rough. I cannot exposition this way.
I hope you have your
There
finger
are
up
only
exposition
7
too.
servants because that's how many can be summoned at once. How can they summon an 8th? Wait. Excuse me. Saber, did you meet him in the previous war?
Yes, Rin. On the final day in the previous Holy Grail War, I fought him in a sea of fire. ...
For a moment, my entire body tenses. Saber fought in a sea of fire?
My entire body tenses. And not just because of my severed spine.
This is nothing new.
That is working perfectly fine, by the way.
I already heard from Kotomine that fire was caused by the Holy Grail War, so it shouldn't be a surprise. I've been trying not to think about it all this time.
So, what happened? Did you manage to beat him?
I did not defeat him. That is, I could not defeat him because
You were beaten instead. Unlike your messed up summoning through Shiro, you couldn't beat this guy even if you were summoned properly.
Saber hangs her head, but doesn't answer. And that's the answer enough. Saber couldn't win? Not this imperfect Saber hobbled by my weakness, but a Saber with nothing holding her back? Is that even possible? If you consider her expressly in terms of her strength as a swordsman, Saber isn't invincible. She was weaker than Berserker, but Saber has her noble phantasm. The other servants' noble phantasms are powerful, but Saber's exceeds all of them all. It's hard to believe that there could be a hero in this world that her sacred sword can't defeat.
Then there's only one explanation. He wasn't summoned for this war. He must be a servant who remained from the previous war.
That does make sense. He did say that he's been waiting for 10 years.
Yeah, he did. Nothing else makes sense.
Ugh. My mind
For
stops
like the
working.
10th time.
It's not that I agree with Tosaka's assessment, but she's just described what
But
I've
he
been...
was able. Hold up. He was
Mhm.
able to understand Saber talking about timey-wimey shit, but he can't understand that a servant just waited 10 years for the
But-
next Holy Grail War.
But she just described what I've been hoping could be possible since yesterday.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. So basically, this also
Was that
confirms that
actually supposed to
Saber.
be me? No,
That was
that's you
Saber.
for sure.
Oh, Saber.
So this also confirms
Or
the
make it me.
possibility that
But that
Saber
is.
can continue to exist
Okay.
after this Holy Grail War is over, which is ultimately what Zoro wants. So
Yeah. There are no grammar. There are not buts.
There are no
It's
butts.
the only possible
No butts exist here.
explanation. Only 7 servants can be summoned for each Holy Grail War. If there are any other servants here, wouldn't that mean they're the winners who survived the previous war?
There's a heavy silence. Yeah. Why does Tosaka look so pleased? Tosaka, why
So
do
she
you look so
figured
happy?
it out.
Isn't it obvious? There's precedent. I don't know who the guy is, but he's the servant who won the last Holy Grail War, right? Then he must have obtained the Holy Grail, and he's staying in this world with its power.
Dot dot dot.
So we just need to kill Lancer, right? Oh, okay, cool. That is exactly what I'm trying to say. That means he's proof that as long as you obtain the Holy Grail, a servant can remain in this world. I'd like to capture him and question him for more information.
Yeah, good luck.
Yeah, sure about that.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, Tosaka. I don't know who the heck that guy is, but he's a servant, and he's remained in this world since the previous war, which means there's a way for Saber to do the same.
Just wish to stay alive, probably. Well, I don't know who he is or what his motives are. I feel like I just read that sentence, but it doesn't change the fact that he's an enemy we need to defeat.
Rin sometimes likes repeating herself.
Oh, everyone's repeated themselves at least once in this entire first arc. Saber, so what is his true identity?
I do not know. Even during the previous war, I could not determine his identity.
That's so funny. I think it's something Fate Zero.
That's ridiculous!
I think
I'm
that's
sorry.
something Fate Zero, the Fate Zero like retcons. Because he
Okay.
does not hide it as far as I can tell.
It does not make any sense for his character.
He
I
did
have
not
no
have a noble phantasm specific to him.
What wasn't that his noble phantom? The unlimited blades?
He didn't have a noble phantasm that made it clear who he was? That's ridiculous. A servant who doesn't have a noble phantasm wouldn't be a servant, right?
I can't believe she's the one saying this.
Besides, he just... It's because she doesn't pay attention to swords. Swords aren't her thing.
Unless that was me who said it. I could have been me who said it.
That could have been you who said it. That's right. He had plenty of them. It shouldn't be too hard to figure out his identity since he used so many. We just need to figure out which hero would match the shapes and sizes of the noble phantasm he used. But... Okay, sure.
And I shall ask you this. Do you remember any of the noble phantasms he used?
Of course I do. See? She didn't pay attention to the swords.
Tosaka thinks hard for a moment. She folds her arms over her chest, frowning, and
But
then
we know
just tilts
Shiro
her head
did.
in confusion.
No way. That's... impossible.
Huh? What's going on, Tosaka? What's impossible?
I don't believe it. The one covered in blood was Danslif, and that sickle-looking one was Harpe. I'm
Oh, she
definitely
does
not
remember.
pronouncing these right. And there was that one that looked Chinese too, and I think there was one that looked like it was used by a Kala.
Tosaka looks almost crazed as she mutters to herself. She looks a bit like she's tumbling down a rabbit hole.
He's the collector.
Oh, is that the Hindu one? That's the Hindu one. I think that's you. I wouldn't say
So the one similar to Saber's sword, but should be different. The simple design looked like it must have come from Northern Europe, and I heard most original magic swords tend to take cues from Nordic sources. is what Tosaka did say, by the way.
Oh,
She even starting
really?
to grind her
Serious?
teeth.
Holy
So,
shit! She
okay,
actually
I-
said
It was
but
longer
she's
than
never
two
said
lines. Of course
in this
it's her.
entire time.
So I know who he is now. Do you want me to tell you guys?
Go on, I'm listening.
Okay, who is he?
He's General Grievous.
Hey, Tosaka.
Gotcha.
Collector of weapons, General
Yeah.
Grievous, of course. Except
what
for
a-
I'm pretty
what a
sure
wo-
this is before the Star Wars movies.
What a
The second
what a
sequel.
wonderful addition to my collection.
Leaving her to her own devices will do more harm than good. If I don't stop her right now, we will wind up paying the price later. Especially me.
Later.
Tosaka,
This is definitely
Tosaka,
not before the Star Wars movies.
come back to us.
Shut it, Shiro! You butting in just confusing me!
It can't be before the Star Wars movies because the Star Wars
Yeah.
movies take place a long time ago.
In a galaxy far, far away.
What was it?
Exactly.
Oh, because we're
Oh
talking
my
Has-
god.
has
They don't
Jess-
know, Red.
Has Jess ever
They
told
don't know.
you about Saber Wars?
I'm sorry, what?
Dear Lord.
Saber Wars?
They don't know about Saber Wars.
I don't know about Saber Wars. I want to know about Saber Wars. Explain this
Apparently it was an event. Dear Lord.
Saber Wars, you know, yeah. Yeah.
That,
Is it a
explain
Star
it! Don't
Wars
just say yeah!
It's kind of hard to explain, honestly. It's
Well,
so
now you
stupid.
I'm
baited
just
us, so
asking
you
you,
got
was it a
it.
Star
Okay.
Wars crossover?
Look, the main character of Saber Wars isn't Saber, by the way. That's silly.
No,
It's Mysterious Heroine X,
of
who's
course.
totally not Saber.
It just happens to look like Saber, but it's not Saber.
She...
By the way, random thought. Somewhere along the way, I have a request.
Go on.
Can someone clip the part where I said, "I'm back. What did I miss?" And Jay said, "Oh, nothing. We found out that he's severed his spine, but he's okay."
Apparently, they had a Saber Wars 2
There was a Saber
Yeah,
Wars too.
there was a Saber Wars too.
to
Saber
the
Wa-
beginning of space.
Saber
That's
Wars
when that's when the Mysterious Heroine X Alter came out or something.
No.
And they
But-
look similar to Rin, but they're not
No,
Rin.
no. That's Ishtar. That's
Oh,
Space
but,
Ishtar.
you know,
That's
that's,
Space Ishtar.
that's a different problem
Oh.
altogether. Jesus
That's
Christ.
Space Ishtar. Don't worry about it, okay? It sure was funny.
Don't worry
though.
about it. But it does happen from a galaxy far, far away,
It does.
which is
Was
really
it- was it
funny.
Was it an official collab with Star Wars, or was it like a parody
No,
thing?
it's a parody thing.
It's a parody.
It's obviously a parody thing. If not, they would have called it Star Wars something Saber crossover or something.
I guess that's fair.
Mysterious Heroine X Alter. She's not Saber, by the way. Ignore the fact that she has Excalibur and she yells at Excalibur when she's attacking,
Oh yeah.
but she's not
Yeah.
Saber.
It's Space Excalibur, obviously. We just don't put the space part because that's
Excalibur.
implied.
I guess. And for some reason, she's drawn by the Sword Art Online person.
That makes sense.
Woo!
I don't question it though.
Starburst Stream.
Anyway.
It does look like Starburst Stream.
All right,
Hold
Red.
on, I'm posting
Shiro,
a,
tell us more
I'm
about what we're
posting
supposed
a
to be
picture
saying.
of her, right?
Okay, fine.
Not Saber, by the way. It's totally Saber. I'm not trying.
Also, definitely voiced by Saber, but not Saber.
Totally Saber, by the way.
But definitely voiced by Saber.
No,
I'm
I
not-
will say the picture for the banner definitely makes it look more like Saber than that art.
It's because it's the Sword Art Online artist. You're not talking
Yeah.
about that guy's Noble Phantasm, right? Judging just from their shapes, there was Daneslip, Harp, Durandil, Viara, Calibolg, and Gay Bolg. I don't know the Chinese one, but I think I covered all the famous ones.
Oh, come on. The Chinese one is famous, probably. Yeah, you're right on all accounts.
I don't love the face she's making. It leaves me feeling even worse. I don't know much, but I just blurted out what leaped into my head.
Shiro's the master of swords. He just knows all swords.
Oh, so Jay, that one right there, that you just posted
Yeah.
that nobody else can see, that's actually Lily, and she's not X. That's Lily.
Oh, okay.
It's supposed to be Saber.
Anyway.
It's supposed to be Saber before she gets Excalibur or whatever. Before she pulls out the sword.
Yeah, this is
see.
Saber before she pulls the sword.
I see. But what does that mean? There's no hero who has such insane number of noble phantasms, and more importantly, the weapons are all from all over the place, so I have no idea what the hell's going on. You know she's angry because she's cursing now.
Saber.
Saber, are you still there?
This is why even I could not discern his identity. He's employed a wide variety of noble phantasms, each of which should have been a sign of a specific hero. Archer had so many, I could not narrow down his identity.
The two look perplexed. Well, with so many noble phantasms, we had no hope of determining who he is. It's like hiding a leaf in a forest.
Shiro, don't you have any suggestions?
Tosaka, obviously annoyed, glares at me, expecting... Well, I'm not sure what. She's just taking her frustrations out on me, I guess. Like what?
Like anything you noticed or deduced, any flash of inspiration. We need some real outside-of-the-box thinking here. Our only chance at solving this predicament is through sheer luck. So we're asking you to pull this shit out of your crazy little projection magic right now. And
She may be right. I get it. You're making fun of me.
Rude. I just think you're no help in the first place. So, what do you think?
I've got nothing. I raise my hands and surrender. Tosaka groans.
Ugh. That leaves us with only one conclusion. Saber, do you think all of his noble phantasms are fakes? There's no other explanation.
I agree, however.
Huh? They weren't fakes. How did I figure that out? Besides, fake noble phantasms wouldn't have harmed Caster.
How do you figure, Emiya?
I'm just saying, they were real. Actually, everything else seemed fake.
What do you mean everything else?
Huh?
It's intuition. I can't explain it, but those were all real. Lancer's Gay Bolg is real, of course, but the spear the other guy used is also the real Gay Bolg. What? Her making that face isn't making explaining this any easier. It doesn't help that I have no idea how I know this. I just know all his noble phantasms are real. I can feel it.
Maybe it's because you are that dude.
Maybe it's because I used projection during our battle with against Berserker. After seeing all the noble phantasms, I can tell they're all real. A great weapon is imbued with specific concepts, while making imitations lack something. I learned that much when I replicated Saber's sword. In
And
that
I'm
regard,
not saying any of this out loud.
in that regard, I think all noble phantasms that servant had are perfect.
I can't believe he saw that all in 10 seconds.
Apparently, less than 10 seconds. If not, it would have told us it was 10 seconds.
It was a really long 10 seconds.
Let's just set what Shiro said aside. Since we don't know what the guy's true identity, we should think of our next moves.
Tosaka sneaks a glance at Saber.
Assuming he's after the Holy Grail, there's one more thing that's bothering me. Saber, can I be blunt?
Why does she always have that mischievous look when it comes to topics like this?
What do you mean, Rin? There's something you would like to know, you need not hold back.
Are you sure? Okay then. What do you think of him, Saber? From the way he was talking about you, he seems to have the hots for you.
I'm not following Tosaka's lead, but I also sneak a glance towards Saber. I don't think Tosaka has it wrong. He seemed obsessed with Saber. Actually, it's beyond being obsessed. From the very beginning, he only saw Saber as his possession.
Do not care what he thinks. I do, however, recall him proposing marriage in the previous war.
I think
Of
he
course,
likes you.
I banished the idea with my sword.
Propose? You mean that kind of proposal?
I mean, they're
What?
both adults.
What the heck is that servant thinking?
I mean, he is also just a dude.
Sometimes dudes are just dudes, that's true.
Whoa, I don't know that I should celebrate that, but I get the sense you don't feel too bad about it either. It's flattering for a woman to be proposed to, even after you become a servant.
Yeah, Marin.
I am right now running a bet to see if I can get a boyfriend before my friend can.
Oh god, that's right. That was a thing.
Remember, we talked about that
Wait, are you?
twice.
Yeah, no,
I'm ready for you.
that was in the pre
The prologue, yeah.
The
Oh, the
prologue,
prologue and I think a little bit of the original, wasn't it? No. Or just the prologue?
I think it was just the prologue because it happened strictly from Rin's perspective. Like, Shiro wasn't there for that conversation.
You're right. All right.
Saber.
That was like 3 or 4 months ago. Or
That is
longer.
not true, and I do not have that kind of freedom. My only goal is to obtain the Holy Grail. Honestly,
haven't
this
seen
kind
her
of
since.
nonsense irritates me.
Oh, no, we did see her once in, like, the last month or so, because she told us to, like, get the Shinji to stop being a bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Really? You might feel that way, but he seemed really into you. Guys like that, they don't get discouraged, even when you reject them. I would know. Shinji was like that to me. You're stubborn too, so maybe you two are a good match.
What is Rin Tosaka doing?
Rin, why are you like trying to play matchmaker with these two?
Because if they play matchmaker, she automatically wins because he's such a powerful enemy. Duh! This is manipulation at its finest.
Tosaka's being
also,
irresponsible.
I think she knows that it's messing. She knows she's messing with Shiro for that too.
Tosaka's being irresponsible, so I'm not sure why she looks so amused. Tosaka looks like she's happy to have a conversation like this with Saber, even though Saber seems disinterested.
I mean, she gets girl talk.
I keep telling you that I have no interest in such things. He is certainly a skilled heroic spirit, but he and I are of vastly different minds.
Well, that's the truth. Saber's response are at least sincere.
Oh, did you hear that, Shiro? Saber has no interest in men. Relieved?
Rin, Shira has nothing to do with this conversation. There is no logic in what you just said.
Oh, there's plenty of logic in what I just said. I figured, my bad, but if you're not sure why, I'm so amused. I have to say, this whole thing is just funny.
Tosaka laughs menacingly. Her eyes make it clear she's laughing at me as much as Saber. ... I don't know what's pissing me off, but I get up without a word.
Huh? Hey, where are you going, Shiro?
Tea. I'm getting thirsty, and I figured I'd prepare tea for everyone. I huff and head towards the kitchen. I don't know why, but I'm just irritated, so I decide to make a super bitter tea for Tosaka.
I'm gonna make this matcha furiously.
Hey, why are you booing her? She's right.
She is right. He's mad because she's right. That's why. And he doesn't realize it himself. That's how right she is.
He has introspectiveness, but not for that kind of thing.
No, he's only introspective when he's feeling bad about being a bitch. Then I'm going back to my room for now. Let's talk more tomorrow when Ilya wakes up.
After teasing Saber for a good while, Tosaka gulps down her bitter tea and gets up. Yeah, go to sleep. Don't come back here.
Fine. I'm leaving the rest of you here.
I don't know why she's...
Sasuna's not here.
I don't know why she's so amused, but Tosaka's mood seems good even as she turns back to the outbuilding.
What will you be doing, Shiro? Your wounds may have healed, but you should not push yourself. You should also rest for the night.
Yeah, I intend to, but I'm going to watch Ilya for a little more. It seems that, if she seems alright, I'll take her to the spare room and then I'll go to bed too.
What? Okay. Wait,
I see.
I understood that sentence. I'm sorry.
Then I will stay as well.
And that's where our conversation ends. Toastak was the one making all the noise, so it's gotten awkward now that it's quiet. Well, it's not that it's awkward. I'm anxious because there's so many questions rattling in my head, and so many things I wanted to say. Come to think of it, I haven't really been able to talk to Saber about the Holy Grail, about her not being dead, about how even if she obtains the Holy Grail, there's no salvation for her. There's no need to explain why. She still doesn't have a wish for herself. Saber, about our conversation earlier. Our eyes meet. First tell me that she knows what I want to say.
Yes? What is it, Shiro?
She tries to divert what I have to say with her quiet tone, but I have to talk to her. I said about our earlier conversation. Just like I said, servants can stay in the world if they obtain the Holy Grail. So...
No, I have no intention of remaining here. The moment I obtain the Holy Grail, I will return to my original time.
So you're going to redo the selection of the king, rather than saving yourself from the brink of death? You want to start over from the very beginning?
Yes, it's the king's duty to protect their nation. I was inadequate, so I must at least select an appropriate king in my stead.
She says this like she's talking about a stranger. ... For some reason, I get real mad. You idiot! Wake up! To hell with the king's duty. What matters is that you're here, so you should do what you want to do. ... You're strong, right? Then finish off this war now. Get your Holy Grail and quit being a servant. If you have a wish, don't use it to go back in time or do everything. If you want to change, don't you change your past self, but find a way to change now. Then return to the past from here. Saber doesn't answer. She sighs.
You're very persistent, Shiro. Please let this matter rest.
She rejects what I said outright.
Obtaining the Holy Grail does not mean I can remain in this age. Archer, the servant does not remain in this age because he obtained the Holy Grail. It was not possible to obtain the Holy Grail in the previous war.
Huh? What do you mean?
One cannot obtain what does not exist. On that night, when the town was ablaze, the Holy Grail was destroyed. Destroyed by my master, who betrayed me, Kiritsugu Emiya.
What? The edges of my vision go dark. I nearly fall backwards, but I catch myself with both hands. Kiritsugu Emiya?
Yes. 10 years ago, he was my master in the previous Holy Grail War. Kiritsugu and I survived until the very end. The Holy Grail was in Kiritsugu's hands. Archer and his master were still left, and we had only to defeat them to bring an end to the Holy Grail War. But Kiritsugu abandoned the Holy Grail.
It was me. And the door. Sorry, I'm back. Continue.
We'll go back.
Come back.
As a result, the town was consumed in flames. He
Wow,
ordered me to
awkward time for
destroy the
celebration.
Holy Grail, as servants are the only ones capable of touching it. Kiritsugu used his final command spell to force me to destroy the Holy Grail. With the Holy Grail gone, servants could not remain in this world. Kiritsugu did not try to keep me here. This is my last memory. I could not conclude my battle with the Golden Knight Archer, nor ask Kiritsugu why he betrayed me.
So I'm gonna just assume that Kiritsugu realized that Saber was gonna get killed by Archer, and that's why he did what he did. Like, this was his way. Yeah.
It's not like I never thought about it. My old man was a mage. If he lived in this town, he could have been involved in a Holy Grail war. But still, why didn't you tell me, Saber? Why didn't you tell me my old man was a master?
Why didn't you tell me that my dad? Why didn't my dad tell me he was a master?
A servant typically does not retain their memories from previous summonings. The same heroic spirit is not typically summoned as a servant consecutively. I am an exception to this rule. That is why I determined it would be best not to mention that to you.
So, I think a lot of this is also heavily implying, like a lot of what we found out today is heavily implying that, no worries, that Rin's Archer was not a servant in the previous Holy Grail War.
No, this other guy was. Golden guy.
Or if he was,
Golden
he was
Guy
a different
was.
character.
It sounds less likely. At the very least, we have definitively confirmed that if he was a servant in the previous war, he was not Kiritsugu's servant. So...
No, Kiritsugu's servant was Saber.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever connection Archer has to Shiro Emiya, it likely did not come through a connection with Kiritsugu.
Are you sure it can't be Kiritsugu still?
God, I don't want it to be Kiritsugu. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I'm not saying that it can't be. I'm just saying that I don't like that as like the twist.
Well,
Why not?
we'll never know.
Because
Until the second.
because the implication so far at least has been that these people draw their power from being heroes that are extraordinarily famous. Like Lancer is taking a nerf because he's in a place where he's not as well known. So the idea that Kiritsugu is a hero who has enough power because enough people know him and believe in him to be on the same level as a guy like Berserker, with whom Archer defeated like 7 times in a row using different techniques. It's just really hard for me to accept that that is Kiritsugu. The only reason why I could kind of accept Shiro as Archer is because I could hand wave away those problems by saying that it's timey-wimey stuff. By saying that sometime in the future, Shiro really does become that famous. So that's why Kiritsugu feels like so wrong to me.
I mean,
As-
again,
You're really
Shiro
sticking to the
doesn't know.
timey-wimey. You're really sticking to that timey-wimey, huh?
Yeah, that's why Archer became gold too, right?
I just want to
Yeah.
say that,
Yeah.
again, Kiritsugu did not tell Shiro shit.
Well, it's not a matter of like
I'm just saying he could be famous, and we just don't know because Kiritsugu didn't tell anyone anything.
I would have a tough time believing that. Like, Kiritsugu did not have to tell Shiro about Hercules. Like, Shiro would know about Hercules because Shiro is famous enough that goes without saying.
Yes,
No,
yes.
but at
Like-
the same
like
time,
for
Kiritsugu
The idea
is
that
known.
Kiritsugu is known by people who knew Kiritsugu like firsthand. The idea that Kiritsugu ascended to a person of legend, and yet that legend never made its way back to Shiro, that's the part that I have such a tough time accepting.
Here's
Unless,
this
like, maybe-
kid, all the books about him. He's like, oh, here you go, a book on Hercules.
Like,
He's like,
like,
Dad,
wait,
what's that book behind you? Nothing, and throws it in fire.
like the idea,
That's
like,
what I'm saying,
yeah.
man.
like Rin would know the name of Kiritsugu from like legend kind of thing. Like that's
I'm sure
like
she
the
does, though. She does know who Kiritsugu is. She just doesn't know much else.
Maybe. I don't know.
They just never have actually talked about Kiritsugu outside of, oh yeah, he was like the guy who was my dad.
Like,
and they never really
Hercules is
mentioned it
studied
too.
in school. Like they're not.
Look.
There's not a class where they have a chapter on Kiritsugu, is there?
Maybe in the magic book there is. We don't know because we don't have access to a magic book.
I guess
Maybe
it's
it was
possible.
it might have been in Rin's magic book, but again,
I mean, to
Rin
also
doesn't
be-
talk about her magic book.
I mean, to also be fair, the Arthur standing in front of us is a woman.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah.
so I don't think real life legends should be applied too heavily in the constraints of fate.
Yeah, I mean, it is
So for
true.
all we know, it could be a hero that is exclusively in fate. So, yeah.
I guess so. I guess, like, if that's the direction that they end up going in, then I want some talk about, like,
I want Sinbad
the
then.
legend of Kirisugu before Archer is revealed to be Kirisugu.
Yeah, maybe we'll learn about it next time.
Yeah, it's
For sure.
possible.
Yeah, there
Like,
are servants who are OC do not steal.
But those
Yeah.
are really. I mean, you're talking about like really weird cases.
True. But they're still OC do not steal.
They are OC do not steal. That's why I'm like, it could be Kiritsugu.
I mean, I'm not saying that it can't be. Like, I'm not denying the possibility that it is. I'm just saying, like, from what I know thus far, it would not be my preference. But maybe the game will change my mind. Like,
Maybe.
it is
Maybe when we
possible
find out more
that-
about Archer,
yeah.
your mind will be changed.
yeah, like I'm working with, like, incomplete information about the world, so I might feel differently as it goes on.
You know, that was long enough. We'll pretend you read the line. I'd
What
say
was the line?
Fate is at least good about having specific reasons for context words. That's true, Darth. Huh? Why didn't you want to tell me? Kyrie had said something, so I don't. She had said something. Maybe she had walked away.
Oh, I'm sorry. I might have talked over Kyrie.
You talked Kyrie straight out of this conversation.
Go
I'm so
pending.
sorry.
Go pending.
All right, I'm
You are
back.
now.
Oh,
wait,
Kyrie's back.
Kyrie's back.
Well, I'm sorry, Kyrie.
Oh, you're fine. Bailey was saying goodnight, so.
Oh, okay.
All right, Shiro. In much the same way you have witnessed my past in my dreams, I have seen your past as well. I was surprised by your past. Could not believe how much Kiritsugu had changed. The Kiritsugu in me of your memories was a wonderful person, but he's nothing like the man I remember.
Well, that's interesting.
In brief, he was a typical mage. He acted purely out of self-interest, and he destroyed anything in his way. I saw not a hint of human emotion from him. In the course of the entire war, he spoke to me only 3 times. I do not think I need to explain those 3 occasions to you. ... He was not brutal or some gleeful murderer. He was wholly without emotion. Kiritsugu treated me as nothing more than a tool, and saw himself in much the same way. Kiritsugu killed every single one of his own emotions, just as he killed each of his enemies. I never learned what drove him, what he believed in, but in the moment I stood before the Holy Grail, he commanded me to destroy it. To be honest, never have I more bitterly cursed the command spells or a betrayer than in that moment.
There's truth in Saber's words. No, they must all be true. I realized I knew nothing what Kiritsugu was like before I met him. There was no way for me to find out what kind of person he had been before that, and there was no need. Also, Jay, he was a mage. It just, sometimes people have titles.
Well, I know, but
Sometimes
I'm just
people
saying.
have titles. Sometimes people have things that they get called.
I know, but I'm just.
Even if Kiritsugu Emiya was cold-hearted, it wouldn't change a thing. The man who adopted Shiro Emiya as his son was so much warmer. That's the only truth about him to me. But what nags me is, if Kiritsugu truly was so ruthless, then his final moments were just too empty and futile. I see. Then maybe I was able to summon you because I'm Kiritsugu's son.
I do not know. Kiritsugu summoned me after taking the proper steps. He had the aptitude to be a master, and so was hired by a mage family with a long history to join the Holy Grail War. I hear that house provided everything he needed to be a master.
I want to believe that Rin is spying on this conversation, and we just from like down the hallway, like her head peeking in, we just like lightly heard her.
Oh
hiccup.
no, I'm in a different house. Don't you remember? I'd be outside.
Oh, that's
The
true.
window,
Well, no,
peeking
because
in.
yeah, that checks out.
They excavated a relic of King Arthur from Cornwall and gave it to Kiritsugu to use for the Holy Grail War. Kiritsugu used it as a catalyst to summon me, King Arthur. And so Kiritsugu did not possess a connection to me, nor did he possess any attributes in common with me. There must be some other factor which enabled you to summon me.
I got it. I'm not surprised that my old man was a master. What does surprise me is that his servant is the same King Arthur with me now. And one more thing. Saber said the Holy Grail was destroyed. Then maybe this war is meaningless to begin with. I don't get it. You already knew there was no Holy Grail, right? So why did you decide to join this ridiculous war?
I cannot say for certain whether the Holy Grail is truly here or not, but so long as I have been summoned, there must be a Holy Grail. Have you forgotten, Shiro? I have become a servant expressly to obtain the Holy Grail. Put another way, I would not be summoned to a place if there was no Holy Grail.
Because I am Shiro.
Oh, yeah, but... Does that mean the Holy Grail can fix itself after it's destroyed?
No, the Holy Grail is not something that can be easily replaced. A Holy Grail once destroyed cannot be restored.
But then...
A new Holy Grail.
But it should exist. Servants are drawn to the Holy Grail and manifest. Without a Holy Grail, servants will not appear. The priest mentioned that already.
The priest? Oh yeah, that guy. The guy living in the church. The overseer of the Holy Grail War. The man who's managing the Holy Grail should be able to answer all my questions. The end of the previous war. The whereabouts of the destroyed Holy Grail.
I was calling to ask if you guys were gonna do rolls on Finon today.
And how that archer is still around. And yeah,
I got
my
a
phone's
bit,
far away
like,
this time.
His kid,
And yeah,
kid was kind of.
What did Kiritsugu see at the end of
I
the
wasn't
battle
sure
that made him
about
want
it,
to destroy the
but-
Holy Grail?
But after watching that trailer, it's hard not to pull on him. Am I right? Oh, but I do want to also.
I
pull
wake
on
up alone.
Saber.
Even if she's recovered, Saber still needs to sleep on occasion. The moment we return to our
Hey,
rooms,
Shiro.
Saber
Shiro,
immediately
I'm calling
falls
for you
asleep.
because I'm wondering if you
I
could
went to
spare
bed as
Saber
well,
for a while.
if only
to help me
to
with
make her
good
feel
luck
better.
for my Saber pulls.
That was about an hour ago.
It's
It's
not
past
the phone.
midnight. It should be able to get out of the house without Saber or
Shiro?
Tosaka noticing at this hour.
Shiro, pick up the phone, Shiro. Shiro,
I sneak
pick up
outside,
the phone.
trying not to make a sound. I thought of using the bike, but I just run the risk of waking them up. So I walk.
Shiro, I can hear your footsteps. Are you walking to me, Shiro? Come here, Shiro.
There's not a single person outside. It's late, but the silence is still eerie. The air is frozen. There doesn't seem to be any sign of sign in the
Do
building.
the Saber pulse with
On
me,
the other
Shiro.
hand, it feels like something dark and sinister is swirling in my feet. Did something happen to the town while Ilya had me prisoner? It's like a bad omen hangs in the entire place. This isn't my imagination. I look toward the mountain in the distance. Rito Temple, which stands at a distance away from the town,
Shiro.
only looks like a black lump from here.
Okay, I gotta sneak out for work.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
Have a good
Bye,
time.
guys. Have fun.
Bye. Have fun.
Thank you for being here.
Bye.
It was fun.
Bye.
I'm glad I
Yeah.
got to see a new side of Plompers and Pending.
Happy Canada Day.
Happy Canada
Happy
Day.
Canada Day.
A happy
Happy
belated
Canada Day.
Pancake Day.
Woo!
Thank you.
Woo! Bye,
Right
guys.
side, Plompers. I don't have to go to the office tomorrow, so throwing that out.
Yay.
Oh, me neither, Red. I don't have to go off tomorrow.
Oh, so when we do our voting tonight, you're not gonna be like, oh no, we gotta go to sleep now.
Unfortunately, it's gonna be the shortest one
Yeah.
because there's only 2
I
videos
know
in
there's only like 3 episodes, right? Or
Yeah.
2?
Yeah, I mean, if we want to ever go back to them to like relook at things, I will happily show you.
Yeah, let's relive the whole thing again.
But
We have a recap session.
It looks like it's swaying in the night air, rumbling and throbbing. Well, that also means we can go longer here. So, I don't like where I'm going. Or maybe I do. If I'm going all the way to the church, sounds like a fun, exciting night. I cross the dark river and walk into Shinto.
I don't want to go back.
weird
I don't want to go back to the
that-
church.
Do you think it's weird that your cell phone
It's
has
been
like
10
an
days.
audible voicemail?
On that day, the night I met Saber for the first time.
Crazy, right?
And then walked across the
Wait.
bridge with Tosaka seemed so long ago.
Maybe you accidentally pressed answer while the phone was in your
I see the
pocket.
church. I've never been here before. I may have said so as much as the Tosaka, but I did have a connection with that church.
Hero.
If things had gone differently, I would have ended up under the care of the church and then would have been adopted by some family later on.
To the church.
It would have been either the Emiya family or that church. One hell of a fork in the road. Wow, Jay, what an ominous laughter you just had. 10 years ago. All the kids in the hospital were orphans. The church took them all in, at least temporarily. I was the only one in the group of orphans to be adopted from the hospital.
I'm sorry, I thought they were talking about when he was like, I could have been at the church or I would have not joined the Holy Grail War and he died. I'm sorry.
So
And
I have a
We're talking
question.
about his other emotional death.
Was this priest the same priest that oversaw the last Holy Grail War?
His father did?
His father did, yeah.
Oh, the father of the current priest.
Yes.
I could be going off Fate
What if?
0, but
What if that other priest was also like a victim of the same thing and was adopted by the church and
Man, I can't wait for you to watch Fate Zero, man.
you want to watch Fate 0? I mean, it's
What
One
one
if,
day.
time.
what if the priest is also Shiro Emiya?
What are you talking about, Jazz? That's Rasputin you're talking about.
What? That's crazy.
Rasputin,
Something. I don't remember the song.
That's probably why I've been unconsciously avoiding the church out of guilt. It's also why 11 days ago I told Tosaka it was my first time going to the church.
It's Lover of the Russian Queen. I remembered all of a sudden after. we
Oh,
finally
that's right.
figured
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
The
Even though
night,
he
Yeah,
was
it's
a
not
lover
clear
of
if
the
that
Russian
was.
Queen.
Yeah, it's not clear if that was real or if that was just a rumor.
the
Oh
lights
no,
inside
that
the
was
church
just a rumor.
are on. I
Yeah.
don't really like
It
the
was
that
priest,
makes
fine.
but there are things I need to ask him. Okay, let's go. I take a deep breath and put my hand
The only
on the
thing
heavy
we do
church
know
doors.
about Rasputin is that he was actually that for the most part, he did do something. We don't know what he did, but supposedly he helped something with the sickle cell disease that the son had.
It's
But we don't know
also
exactly what
possible
he
that
did.
it was. It's possible
Are we
that it
still
was
going?
coincidence.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
It'll be fine. Don't worry.
Oh no.
We have plenty of time.
It-
You know, like
it,
if we're gonna hang out with Plompers afterwards anyway, right? We have plenty of time.
Sure,
I don't think Saber is gonna appear anytime soon, so
Father,
that makes sense.
Father Kotomine, are you here? I step inside and call out for him. There's nobody in the chapel. The lights are on, but
hello, Shiro.
the vast space is so quiet. I find myself more
Wow, I can't
nervous
believe
than
so
what answering
lonely.
machines is
it were
here.
dark. Hey, is anyone here? There's no reply. I can't keep
cannot
going
tell
any
you how
further,
excited I am.
so I might have to give up tonight. Gah. I
I
whirl
think his
around.
favorite character. Let's go and for all the wrong reasons.
I whirl around when I hear a sound from behind me.
Shiro Emiya, what brings you here at this hour?
Dot, dot, dot.
Not that I'm complaining. I always want company.
The suddenness of his appearance leaves me speechless.
It
Kotomine
is the
is so
dead of the
fucking creepy.
night. I had hoped to go to sleep. That's a lie. I don't sleep. But the look on your face tells me you want to pretend to perform some sort of penance, Shiro Emiya.
Kotomine sounds bored, and he turns back to the door he came through. Oh, hold on. I came to ask you something.
I know that. I do not intend to turn anyone away.
no matter how odd of an hour you arrive.
As Kotomine says so, he opens the door to the back of the church.
Hello, Rin! Come in too! Come in! I have so much to tell you about what's been happening in HSR! Follow me! I'm sure you're here to talk about the Holy Grail War. I cannot allow such bloody talk here.
Kotomine doesn't bother asking for my opinion. He just disappears into the back of the church. ... I've come this far. I can't go home empty-handed. I steel myself, determined not to let Kotomine intimidate me this time, and head toward the back of the church. Whoa, the outside's impressive, but the inside's pretty intricate too. This must be a courtyard. The garden passageways are too magnificent for Kotomine to leave
Amazing
alone.
deduction, Shiroemia! What are you doing? If you want to talk, come with me.
The priest disappears around yet another corner. Damn, he's not waiting for me. I complain to myself as I chase after Kotomine. The church is a small labyrinth, so I don't have any choice but to follow Kotomine.
You see how that courtyard was a square? Fake news. It was a corridor.
We enter a modest stone chamber. This simple room, far from the elegance of the chapel and courtyard, must be Kotomine's private room.
I don't know, this feels pretty elegant to me. Oh man, I'm close to you.
Please forgive my inability to offer you anything in the way of hospitality. All my money has gone to Getcha. This priest oh wait, that's...
This priest makes his apology as he plops down into a sofa. ... I smell a faint aroma of what might be wine. But
I would
so
like to
happy.
say
Yeah.
the chairs in this picture are similar to chairs I used to have in my Mormon church, and those were at least 20 years old. So
for the smell to linger in this room, he must really like wine.
those are probably old chairs.
This game loves its chairs. What is wrong? I thought you came here to talk. If you're going to just stand like there, a fool.
I'm sorry, I'm falling apart. I'm gonna be very annoyed.
Nobody's standing around like a fool. I was just looking around because this room seemed weird. I'm gonna go home as soon as I finish my business here.
That is a relief. I have no time to chat with children. Unless, of course, you play Honkai Star Rail.
Oh, Jess, I just had a horrible thought for a joke, like in a week or two.
Okay. I have no idea what it could be. What? Sure.
Ugh. The priest really gets on my nerves. I feel like he's reading my mind, and whenever I try to deal with him directly, I
Oh
just get
wait, I just
intimidated.
read the line. Okay, I think I get it now.
Is it the I ask you to be brief line that I refuse to read?
Yeah, no, that's it on purpose. Damn.
Oh wait.
No.
Yeah, no, I refuse. I decided not to read that line because
That sounds like a.
that's not a line my version of the priest would read.
We'll keep going.
So, what is it you want to talk about, Shiro Emiya? I thought I already told you everything I could.
Don't lie. You knew all along. You knew my old man was Saber's master, and that the Holy Grail was destroyed. You're the overseer, here to manage the Holy Grail, so you can't not know.
Oh? Did Saber tell you herself?
Yeah. I heard about how the last Holy Grail war ended. ... The priest falls silent, contemplating something.
It is unusual for a servant to retain memories from previous summons. Either Saber is defective, or there is something unusual about her. Tell me, Shiro Emiya, do you know something unusual about Saber?
Nope. Completely normal.
Either way, I cannot say she is a normal servant.
Completely normal.
Heroic servants do not retain their memories. As they are summoned in the past, present, and future, Shiro-Emiya, you could be summoned in your past, isn't that wild? The retaining memories of these summonings would create contradictions. They instead have memories only from their lives. Any memories made after their deaths, once they become heroic spirits, should not remain with them. But she never died, so I guess that explains that.
He ponders this, as if he still isn't convinced. I get it. Kotsumine doesn't know Saber hasn't fully become a heroic spirit, so he can't truly understand the situation. That's not what's going on. Saber's circumstances are different from other servants.
Different circumstances? I see. So this must be why you visited me. Very well. Tell me.
His haughty attitude pisses me off. I don't have time to deal with that too. I don't like it, but this man might be able to give me a clear explanation. It seems Saber isn't dead yet. Her contract to become a heroic spirit isn't complete. It appears she wished for the Holy Grail just as she was dying, and she agreed to become a heroic spirit as a price for obtaining it. So, see, she's not completely dead. She won't die until she obtains the Holy Grail, and that's when she'll become a servant in a normal sense.
Not dead. Then Saber must still be in the cycle of reincarnation. Are you saying she is not removed from the flow of time like the other heroic spirits?
Yeah, I think that's what it means. Tosaka said Saber's basically been carved out of time.
I see. So, rather than disappearing after her role is finished, like typical heroic spirits, she will be summoned as a heroic spirit again and again until she obtains the Holy Grail. But since she has yet to obtain the Holy Grail, whenever her attempt to gain one fails, she is sent back to the moment of her death. And now, she has been summoned for this war, and retains her memories from the last. This makes me think of someone I want to pull on for Honkai Star Rail. What do you think, Shiro-Emiya?
I don't think Honkai Star Rail is evil. I don't think Honkai Star Rail is real. I think it's fake.
I really can't say. I really can't say. You're lying. I really can't say I understand heroes who go out of their way to seek the Holy Grail only to die. But when she obtains it, the only fate awaiting her is being used by others as a servant.
Right. Even if she gets a Holy Grail and has her wish granted, she'll just become another servant. I don't like that. Besides, what are servants? You say you use heroic spirits like familiars, but are there contradictory heroic spirits like Saber?
Who knows? I don't know a great deal about that part of the system. The permanence of the soul. The servant system was created to imitate that secret method. Only those who establish the system who know more than me.
The permanence of the soul?
Well, I'm only speaking of how it was in the past. It really doesn't matter anymore. Forget it. So, Shiro-Emiya, bottom line, you do not want your Saber to be a servant any longer, correct? ...
Is that what I want? I do think Saber's situation's messed up. Aiming for the Holy Grail is all well and good, but afterwards, the only thing waiting for her is her disappearance. Even if someone other than King Arthur is chosen as king, and when King Arthur ceases to exist in our history, The hero, King Arthur, will continue to be used by who knows how many others, and that seems wrong to me. So, if she can stop being a servant and just live a normal life...
That is impossible. This may be shocking. Shiro, sit in. The chair.
Ugh.
The dead. The dead cannot come back to life. It doesn't matter if she's frozen in time. To us, Saber has already died. People die when they are killed.
Don't you say that to me.
The power of the Holy Grail is what summoned her here. It is what keeps her here. It is possible because she agreed to the conditions of becoming the Holy Spirit.
The Holy Spirit, damn.
Heroic spirits.
Damn,
Both, really.
If she does not seek the Holy Grail, she will not be summoned as a servant. But as long as she continues to seek it, no matter how long it takes, she will eventually become a servant. Even if she fails this time, she will have infinite chances. Saber is frozen in time, so she cannot attempt 2 Holy Grail Wars simultaneously. And she cannot reattempt his trial once failed. If she failed the trial once, she will fail it again, no matter how many times she tries. She has already experienced it, and the result cannot change. It is likely only a matter of time before she obtains the Holy Grail. This Holy Grail War is not the only chance she has at doing so. There are trials to obtain the Holy Grail in every era. If she fights in every war, she will eventually obtain the Holy Grail.
Yeah, Penny, it's like when you're playing a game and you lose, you just queue back up until you win.
Yes.
Don't say that.
What?
Have you ever
Currently
played
playing a game where I'm
Undertale?
about to lose and I'm gonna have to queue up again probably.
After all, she is being summoned as a heroic spirit because she's under the belief she will obtain the Holy Grail. From the moment she came before you as a servant, the option of making her stop being a servant was non-existent. ...
I knew it. As long as Saber seeks the Holy Grail, there's no way she can avoid becoming a servant. She will stay like this forever, unless she decides to use the Holy Grail for herself. Even if this Holy Grail war ends and there's no need to fight anymore. If she doesn't obtain the Holy Grail, she just needs to try again next time. The moment she obtains it, she turns into this so-called heroic spirit and is sent across time.
So, whenever she obtains the Holy... whenever she...
Well, that's me.
Wait,
so
why
whether she
can't I
obtains the
speak?
Holy Grail or not, she'll remain as
okay.
a servant forever?
Well, not necessarily. If the Holy Grail is truly omnipotent, it may be able to save Saber.
Yeah? But you just said that it was impossible.
Correct. There is no way to stop Saber from becoming a servant. But what you desire is for her to remain in this world, yes? That is not so difficult. A servant can remain here, human, once the Holy Grail War ends. Though once she dies, she will return to where she was just before she died.
How do I do that?
Heroic spirits and servants are similar, but there are differences. Normally, heroic spirits are not summoned with a will of their own. They are simply summoned as a tool to fulfill a specific goal, after which they disappear. But servants are different. They are the original body that was summoned by the Holy Grail. As such, they can live human lives just by remaining in this world.
Can you do something like that? Saber said it was the Holy Grail, that the Holy Grail disappeared the moment it was destroyed last time. Without the Holy Grail, I thought servants can't stay.
Of course they cannot. The Holy Grail is what summons servants. And it's the Master's role to maintain them following the summoning. That, however, is also only possible because the Holy Grail is aiding the Master. Typically, a single mage cannot produce enough magical energy to maintain a servant. Without an incredible source of magical energy, like the Holy Grail, servants disappear.
I figured. Then...
Well, if there is a shortfall, one need only compensate for it. That is all supplying magic energy to a servant is. Their natural tendency is to consume souls. If their existence starts to fade, they can simply replenish themselves with more souls.
Gah! Is he telling me to attack random people like Shinji did? The hell? I can't let her do that. Anyway, Saber wouldn't want to remain here if that's what she had to do it.
Is that so? Then you would not have to... Then you would have to use the contents of the Holy Grail. It's quite simple. If you truly want Saber to live as a human, have her drink from the Holy Grail.
He must have anticipated my resistance. The look on his face tells me that this is the conclusion he wanted me to reach this whole time. Are you telling me to grant my wish by using the Holy Grail?
No, this has nothing to do with your wish. It's, so for example, think of it this way. There's two banners, right?
Oh boy.
There's like the normal banner with Pinon on it. That's like the banner that you get when you do a wish. But you can also roll on the standard banner by drinking the Holy Grail. That's what I'm talking about, the contents of it.
What?
You know, sometimes people like to say things that they shouldn't say, really.
Sometimes the priest just says things that you don't have to listen to. That's all I get.
Oh yeah, for
You know,
sure.
you're right.
Did Rin not tell you about Honkai Star Rail?
I don't think she's ever mentioned
Servants
it.
are able to start a second.
Yeah, I don't think Rin has mentioned
Really?
anything about Honkai Star Rail.
I always got the impression she was super into it. Every time I started bringing it up, she laughed, but I just kind of assumed like it's because I put it in her mind, and then she would go play it. So, you know.
Has she
Which
ever
I
added you?
got, like I understood. Huh. Why did she never at me in Honkai Star Rail?
Now that you mention it.
Servants are able to start a second life in that game by drinking the water of the standard banner. Though this method only establishes their position as a familiar in this age, their physical body remains that as a servant, and they would remain in this world only for so long as their master lives. It's like they don't have any eidolons, but that's okay.
But that means...
Oh, okay, that's your
That's
part
no
of the conversation.
solution. Even if she were to stay in this world, it would be pointless if she's still a servant. She wouldn't be able to exist without magical energy from her master, and even if she managed to live in the world for a long time, she'd just go back to the hill after her death. Saber would never agree to such a thing. She doesn't care about a second life. She insists on going to use the Holy Grail for something else. But then again, does the Holy Grail, the key to all of this, even so exist in this world? I've heard enough. Basically, you're telling me to get the Holy Grail. But does the Holy Grail even exist? If my old man destroyed it, wouldn't it...
Wouldn't it? What?
If the Holy Grail doesn't exist, then there would be no reason to fight. This ridiculous fight to the death is pointless.
You think you only get one pull?
I can take it. Oh, man.
There is no reason to fight, you say? Why bring that up now? You never had a reason to fight in the first place.
He says that, and time seems to just stop. There's no reason to fight. He told me that before. I was just becoming a master, and I didn't have much of a reason to fight. So at the time, what he said didn't sink in. I just ignored him, thinking he was being sarcastic. But what about now? There's a reason for me to fight. If there's a Holy Grail, I want to end this war, and if possible, I want to give the Grail to Saber. There is a reason for me to fight, and it's a perfectly good one at that. But why? Why do those simple words make me shake so much, like I'm about to vomit up everything I've held in for so long?
Let's leave that aside for now. This is not the time to open up old wounds.
Yeah, that's for next time.
You sure about that?
A voice shatters the stillness that I had locked up in my thoughts. The voice of a man I don't want to hear, but that voice at least settles with a wave of nausea I feel like creeping up on me.
The Holy Grail is here. The Holy Grail is only a receptacle anyway. Once it is gone, someone else will prepare another Holy Grail.
Oh? Someone will prepare another one? Isn't a Holy Grail easy to make?
Dude, it's been 10 years. It took a while, okay? It was hard. Speaking only of the vessel, yes. Of course, it requires a certain amount of skill, but without that skill, the Holy Grail War would not be possible in the first place. The Holy Grail is not a cup that received the blood of God.
Ugh.
It is based on a magical pot passed down from ancient times. If you are a mage, you should know about it. Utopia. The word is Greek and refers to a place that cannot be found or reached. It is said that an omnipotent pot that would grant any wish existed in such a place.
I'm upset since I have just recently read Utopia of what they're interpreting Utopia as, and I hate it. It's fine.
I'm down.
And
I know. I'm trying to stay calm.
and there were mages who tried to reproduce this omnipotent pot, which I guess the rest of it wasn't important.
Apparently Utopia is real and it was never a parody, guys! Jesus Christ.
Which became the foundation for most mythology.
I'm down, Jay.
There were
It's killing me. I know, I'm trying.
I
really need this priest to stop talking, not because of anything. Like, I wish they'd start talking about Hawkeye Star Rail instead of this nonsense.
Calm down, Jay.
Oh, did you want to know about Hawkeye Star Rail?
Jay, why would you do this? Why would you do this, Jay?
The new patch should be out now. Shiro, do you have some time? Do you want to play through it with me? I'm really pumped for 3.4.
We technically don't really have to.
We don't have the time. Go.
Okay, finish reading this screen.
Fine. There are 3 families. Eisenberg, Macquarie. That's how that... Say it again.
Macquarie, yeah.
Macquarie.
Yeah, you're close enough. It's fine.
Eisenberg, Macquarie, and Tosaka.
Which, funny enough, 2 of those are Japanese names. Isn't that quirky?
These spent many. The Greeks were interesting that way.
They were Japanese, huh?
I never said that.
Did you not know? The Greek myth of Utopia, based in Japan.
It's not even a Greek myth. There was a place that was a magical place, but it wasn't called Utopia.
Jay.
And it didn't
Jay.
have the things. It's driving
Jay.
me nuts. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Jay.
Continue.
They spent many I know they're just making a reference to Honkai Star Rail, the Utopia and Honkai Star Rail.
Of course. Now we're going to continue. Please get this scene over with. I think I need to get through this in one piece.
Alright. They spent many generations researching the ritual to reproduce the omnipotent pot. 200 years ago, they managed to complete it. That was the first Holy Grail War in, I guess, the 1790s-ish. The ritual that attempted to open up the path by calling forth... Hey, that's Napoleonic times. That's cool.
Probably? Yeah,
Huh?
it's 1804, I think, because this was supposedly in 2004, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that would be Napoleonic times.
Yeah.
Yeah. The ritual that attempted to open up a path by calling forth the omnipotent pot was nothing more than an artificial Holy Grail.
Einsburn? That's Ilya's family. Is that
Very
Ilya's family?
good.
Calm down, Jay.
Correct.
I remember
The
saying in a video game.
The Eisenbergs were able to use Rheingold. Their ability to replicate the Holy Grail was unparalleled. But that alone cannot summon the Holy Grail. It also requires money to get the poles to do the summoning, and a suitable land, and a powerful spell. These, the Tosakas and Mikiris provided.
How did that happen?
I'm sorry, I trip up.
Makiri.
Mikiri.
Makiri.
I'm really trying. I want it clear. I'm not like
Kiri.
Mikiri. I want to be super clear. I'm not doing this as like a joke or anything.
I know.
genuinely-
I know. Yeah.
As in
just,
replay.
yeah.
It's like what?
Like as in replay.
Re as it Mikri.
Miki, like Maki replay.
Mikiri.
Ma.
Ma
Yeah.
Ma.
Re.
Makiri.
Yeah.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Pachi, pachi, pachi. As I would say if
Thank
you
you.
said it, if you said it again.
Bachi, bachi, bachi.
At the time, the Church and the Mage Association were in the middle of a war. As such, a land in the Far East, where the Church held no sway, seemed ideal for the ritual. That's why this takes place in Japan, by the way, just FYI. The Eisenbergs, yes, must have anticipated something like this might happen. And isn't Eisenbergs German?
Yep. Even though it was the Dutch that came to Japan. Yep.
Yep.
Even though
This isn't about the
the
Dutch,
whole-
though. This isn't about the Dutch.
Well,
the Christianity did have a slight hold in it, but then they were massacred. In
Jay,
Yep.
listen, Jay, we don't have to talk. Jay,
I know we
Jay,
don't have the time.
no,
I'm just
no,
saying,
no, this is separate. This is different.
This is the
different.
worst
No, Jay, hold on. No,
conversation
Jay,
this
hold
entire
on,
game
hold on,
has
Jay,
had.
Jay.
I'm just gonna point out that it's like 11:20
Yeah.
my time.
I
Yeah,
know.
Jay.
Keep going.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Also, the Portuguese
Oh my god, just go.
Were the first.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I
but
don't care.
Penny, continue. Penny,
I'm
we
so
gotta
sorry.
finish
I'm so
the
sorry.
scene.
Okay, the Eisenbergs must have anticipated something like this might happen and invited the Tosaka clan to join forces. The Tosaka clan was the owner of the spiritual land in this area, and their master was a skilled necromancer. Without the Tosakas, summoning the Holy Grail would likely be impossible for the Eisenbergs. Of course, the two families betrayed each other. Thinking the situation should be a system of checks and balances, the Tosakas brought in the Makiri family. Makiri family. The Makiri family are a family with substantial history. They were exceptionally skilled at handling familiars. The Makiris were the ones who came up with the idea of command spells to bind servants. And let me continue. And thus, the three worked together to summon the Holy Grail. But the moment they succeeded, a fight to the death broke out. The first summoning of the Holy Grail ended while the families were busy fighting each other. As time went on, they set down rules and called it Holy Grail Wars, and eventually returned to working together. On the surface, anyways. The Tosakas provided the land and the system to model the servants, and the Makiris provided the command spells to bind the servants. And then the Einsbergs provided the vessels for the Holy Grail to inhabit. That was the nature of their cooperation.
I'm not so sure what's amusing about this, but the priest seems to enjoy telling me about it. But I see. They see the Holy Grail War as a ritual, but I didn't know Ilya and Tosaka's families were the ones who created the whole thing.
The Einsbergs prepared the Holy Grail. As Kitsurugi betrayed them last time, they put their greatest trump card into play, which is to say, the Eisberg girl who probably holds the... Oh, Ilya has the Holy Grail. Okay.
Huh? Ilya holds the Holy Grail? That's weird. I don't think I saw anything among her belongings that looked like the Holy Grail.
The markings on her body.
Oh, maybe. Are you satisfied? I do not know what you're agonizing over. The Holy Grail is your only solution. Now that you understand that, go home. The battle is not over. For you to walk about without Saber at your side is simply insane.
That's none of your business. I'm aware Lancer's master is still around. Hold on. There's one more thing I need to ask. Kotomine, servants disappear once the Holy Grail disappears. That's what you said, right?
I did. Do you take issue with that?
Yeah, big time. I don't know who it was, but there was an 8th servant. According to Saber, he's been here since the war in this world since the previous war.
What?
I can see he's shocked. Kotomine's eyes go wide. What's going on, Kotomine? I came here thinking you might know something about this.
Didn't disappear, you say? It's not so strange. The previous war ended with Saber destroying the Holy Grail. So, there is one servant who remains apart from Saber.
Saber disappeared on her own, but if this servant oh, I guess it's still you.
Saber disappeared on her own, but if this servant desired to remain in the world, the answer is simple. They must have supplemented magical energy by feeding on souls to stay alive these past 10 years. Oh God.
That's impossible. That servant was frighteningly powerful. If someone like that hung around for 10 years, someone like you or my old man would have detected them.
I had a terrible thought. I am well aware someone was likely hiding them.
Either their master or
Or what?
a mage who knew about the Holy Grail, but did not become a master. I know of one person, but it is not possible. Old man Mikuri has long since retired. Oh, okay.
It's okay. You don't have to say his name right. I'll allow it. Kotomine must be
Oh, sorry.
satisfied. No, you don't have to say his name right. I allow it. Kotomine must be satisfied as he gets up from the sofa.
This is the end of our conversation. After learning what I just have, I cannot simply dismiss this matter given my role as overseer. I shall investigate this servant. You should concentrate on your battle against the remaining Lancer.
Kotomine heads to the exit, indicating there's nothing else to discuss. ... There's definitely nothing more to be gained by staying here. I follow Kotomine out of the dark stone room. From there, he leads me to the entrance in silence. Are we outside? Alright.
If he's been feeding on souls this whole time, then the fact that he has a connection with Sakura is very unnerving.
Well, I guess that's something to figure out at some other point, Pending. At some other point, Jay.
I know.